Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, Ron, you put up something on the post. Now we had a conversation last week, and Fluent was in here, I think, for this. And Fluent's his road dog in crime, Hill, the biggest capper on YouTube, came in here talking about Pau Gasol was a top 5 power forward while he was playing with the Lakers those years. And I called cap on that. And a lot of people in your comment section came in and, it was just very disrespectful of me when I gave you more than 5 names, right? Legitimate names. So I just wanted to know where if we come on here and speak facts, right? Can you dislike a person so much that if a person speaks factual information, it doesn't matter what they say, you'll still disrespect them and dishonor them based off of I just don't like Ticket. Because see, when Chill said that foolishness, the one thing he failed to say is that Pau Gasol could not win a game in the playoffs before he played with Kobe Bryant. So we know Kobe Bryant elevated him. But at that time, Kevin Garnett was better than him. And Fluent knows, and I asked Fluent because Fluent was a Laker. He's a Laker fan, so he saw this. He got smoked in the finals that first year by KG. Tim Duncan was better than him. Chris Bosh was better than him because Chris Bosh was leading his own team over in Toronto, and he actually won playoff games, which Powell couldn't do.
Don't forget about Dirk.
Amari Stoudemire was an all-NBA performer. He was one of the best players in the NBA at that time, best player in the world at that time, playing with the Phoenix Suns. That's 5 guys who were better than Pau Gasol. So when Chill came talking this, he was a world beater and the best player in the world. Bro, he wasn't even top 5 in the NBA, bro. So let's just keep at that position. Let's just keep that real. And I could have kept going with things I was saying. So I just wanted to make that clear. And one other thing I wanted to clear up, we had a conversation about Rasheed Wallace. Now, here's the funny part. Lowe and a couple other guys agreed with me on this when I said that Rasheed Wallace in his prime, which would be Portland days, right or wrong, Fluent, you think the Portland days were Rasheed's prime?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. We said that in the Portland days, that Rasheed Wallace in this era, the Portland Rasheed Wallace would probably be, if not the same, a little bit better than AD is, right? That wasn't crazy to say because if you look at the scoring in that era, like I said, you only need 103, 104 points to win a game. Now you need 115, 116. So the pace is higher. Plus, this pace and this way they play the spacing favors Rasheed's game, who was ahead of his time in a way because he was one of those bigs who could really shoot the 3, who could really shoot the mid-range. So we're saying that, okay, yeah, he only averaged 19 with Portland, Fluent, Marz. But check this out. You have to not only look at the guys he had around him, they played more of a team ball with that Portland squad because they had a great squad with a lot of guys who was putting up double-figure numbers. But not only that, if you look at this era, which Rasheed in the era he played in was going against the best big man in NBA history on a night-to-night basis, bro, they came in the comment section and said, this aged well. AD had 55 tonight. Yeah, against who? Against Gafford? So we'll give AD a cookie, and I like AD. He's killing. He's doing what he's supposed to do. We'll give him a cookie and say, just dismiss Rasheed Wallace like he couldn't destroy these dudes in this era for a dude named Gafford and a dude who doesn't play post defense and Kristaps Porzingis. He gave those two 55 and 17, and everybody running around here screaming and hollering like Rasheed from Portland, the prime Rasheed, but they came to the league in this era and did the same thing. Mr. Fluent, I would love to hear your thoughts on that, sir. And then you too, Marz.
Listen, I've already Pau Gasol at his best, I would listen, it's borderline. I think it's debatable. But there's 4, for sure 4, and then when you get to that 5, 6, 7, during that time, when you get to 5, 6, 7, then I think you're debating, and it's just what do you.
Hold on. So Amari wasn't better than him, clearly.
Let's be honest. And sorry.
No, Amari Stoudemire in 2010 clearly wasn't better than Pau Gasol.
I'm taking Amari Stoudemire as an individual player over Pau Gasol.
That was the question.
But just like I'm probably taking Chris Bosh over Pau Gasol, except in that system too. And that's the thing, though. Playing next to Kobe, I don't think Amari would have fit as well next to Kobe as Pau did. I don't think Bosh would have fit as good next to Kobe as Pau did. So as individual players, I'm with you. No.
Fluent.
Laker uniform. In a Laker uniform, I'm not as
Fluent. I'm saying at that time, what the question was at that time, was Pau Gasol better than those other guys? He was not better. You know, he's playing with Kobe. He wasn't better than Marz. He wasn't better than.
Let me be clear, Ron. I'm not running. I will be right back. Chill's gonna take over for me. I'll be
bet. Yo, Chill. As of right now, we are talking about you guys' debate last week about Pau Gasol and him being top 5. Ticket is once again clearing the air, saying it's no way in hell, that Pau was top 5. How do you feel about that? Was he able to sway you?
No, he was not. And the reason why he was go ahead, Ticket, because you clearly got something to say about that.
Chill. You my boy, Chill. But I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put your ass on the docket for this because everybody need to hear this. Chill. But let's be honest. At that time, was Pau Gasol? And you said when he was going to the finals with Kobe, was he better than Kevin Garnett?
We already got the 4 guys. No.
We already had the
4 guys.
No. I'm asking you. Do you think he was better than Kevin Garnett?
He wasn't better than Garnett. No.
Think he was better than Tim Duncan?
No.
Do you think he was better than Dirk Nowitzki?
No.
Do you think he was better than Amari Stoudemire, who was averaging 25 to 10 with Phoenix?
That's where it's getting tricky. That right there is where it's getting tricky right there.
What?
And the reason why it's getting tricky there is because I'm thinking about a guy in Amari Stoudemire who was basically the number 1 option on that team. All right, he was the number 1 option. I'm not fighting that. Pau Gasol being the number 2 option on a championship team, as opposed to Amari Stoudemire being the number 1 option on a championship contender. So when I think about Pau Gasol when he was in Memphis, Pau Gasol was 20 plus a game. Not only was he 20 plus a game, and this was in Memphis, he tailored his game and he scaled his game back to play with Bryant. So
he scaled his game back. He couldn't win a playoff game.
No, he could not win a
playoff game.
That's a fact. He didn't win a playoff game. But with that also being said, neither did Amari Stoudemire.
What are you talking about? Amari Stoudemire, hold on. He was the best player on the Phoenix Suns. We know that. Okay. And they won. They go to the Western Conference Finals and was a game away from the NBA Finals before they got cheated by the Phoenix Suns? Am I right or wrong, Ron?
Hold up, though, I think Marz has something to say about Amari being the best player on that team.
If you think he's better than Steve Nash.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because we're talking about a 2-time league MVP. I'm not sure.
Everybody said Steve Nash stole the MVP that second year. Nobody else talking about.
I'm not everybody, so I don't know why you even said that.
Yeah, and I don't think he stole it neither. I do not think he stole it.
Hold on. So now this is the extra cap. You think that Steve Nash should have won the MVP over Shaq that year?
In 2004,
that wasn't the second year. That was the first year. But
that was the first year.
The second one he won. I ain't talking the first one. I'm talking about the second one.
The second one, Shaq wasn't even in the running.
Well, not only that, but that was in the 05-06 season.
Steph said he stole it from him.
In the first one, even though
it was the one Shaq came second.
No, my bad. Kobe should have won the second one. My bad. Kobe should have won the second one, in my opinion.
Okay, even if you think Kobe should have won or you think someone else should have won, the fact of the matter is Steve Nash was a candidate for MVP. Amari Stoudemire wasn't. So they were on the same team. Even though Amari was hurt in 06, in 05 he wasn't a candidate, 07 he wasn't a candidate. So that would, like, even based on that, you would still say Steve Nash.
So okay, so let's go to Marz. No, Marz. So Marz, you'll say right here, you think at that time that Pau Gasol individually was better than Amari Stoudemire.
I mean, I'm gonna take Pau Gasol for the simple fact
that I ain't asked you that. I didn't ask you that, boy.
I'm answering the question.
No, I did not ask you that.
Pau Gasol was better than Amari Stoudemire. Yes, Pau Gasol was better than Amari Stoudemire. I was explaining the answer. And I was explaining the answer. Yes, I said yes.
You a goddamn. Hey, go ahead, Chill Town, man.
Well, she's gonna let me explain. Maybe.
Go ahead.
The reason why I'm taking,
I want to hear your top 5 at that time too. But
the reason why I'm taking Pau Gasol is because if anyone remembers those Phoenix Suns teams and the issues they had defensively, Amari Stoudemire was, of any star big man, he was by far the worst defensive big man of anyone you could name. Think of any star big at that time. Amari Stoudemire was by far the worst defensively,
and it's not close, Marz.
Like when you say by
far, it's not close. It's a sizable gap.
Think of Karl Anthony Towns of the 2000s. That's where we're going with Amari Stoudemire defensively. So you can talk about Amari Stoudemire averaging the 25, playing next to the best playmaker in the NBA, but averaging those 25 points. When we think about both sides of the ball for a big and how important that is, and the fact that Amari Stoudemire didn't provide much value outside of scoring the ball, which he did at a very high clip. And Pau Gasol was a great post player. He was a very good rebounder. He could play better defense than Amari Stoudemire. And I'd say he was a better passer than Amari Stoudemire.
Pau Gasol was no all-time great defender. He got killed by KG.
Never said. I don't recall saying Pau Gasol was all-time great.
Right, hold on. Talking about the gap between him and Amari. The gap between him and Amari defensively wasn't like that. Amari was a better rebounder. Amari was a better shot blocker. Amari Stoudemire was a better scorer. Cut it out. He's a fact. Amari Stoudemire was a better scorer. He was a better rebounder. He was a better shot blocker. Look it up.
No. So before we go any further in this conversation, Ticket, just so you know, Amari Stoudemire being the athlete that he is, the athlete that he was during that time, the phenomenal athlete that he was, and even though Steve Nash was responsible, this is why he won the league MVP. He was responsible for almost 50% of that Phoenix team's offense. These are how many years Amari Stoudemire averaged double-digit rebounds. These are how many years? 0.
He averaged that year.
He was
that
never. He did not. He never averaged double-digit rebounds at no point in his career. You can pull it up. You can pull it up whenever you want. Pull it up right now. The most rebounds he ever averaged in his career was 9.6. He never averaged double-digit rebounds for his career. Pau Gasol on that Laker team when they were winning NBA championships, he was almost a 20-10 guy. Not only was he almost a 20-10 guy, if I'm not mistaken, in Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics, he went almost 20-20 in that particular game.
Hold on. We talking about 2010, right?
In that particular game, he went almost 20.
Okay, hold on. We talking about 2010, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in 2010, Amari Stoudemire averaged 25.3 points and 8.2 rebounds.
Never averaged double-figure rebounds. Never, not 1 point.
No, wait, hold on. In 2010, Pau Gasol, who was riding Kobe coattails to the finals because he couldn't win a playoff game without him. Right. That's fact. He could not win a playoff game without him.
Correct.
Those are facts, right?
Correct.
In 2010, Pau Gasol was averaging 18.8 points and 10.2 rebounds.
Mm-hmm. And the year before that,
Amari was averaging 7. The year before that, he averaged 18.3 with the Lakers.
And 11 boards.
11. Okay, hold on.
And 11 boards.
Hold on. But what I'm saying to you is that. Hold on. What I'm saying to you, all I'm saying to you is, brother. All I'm saying to you is this: y'all acting like Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol never had a season in those years where he was. The last time he averaged 20 was in Memphis. He didn't average 20 throughout his whole Lakers career. Right. Amari Stoudemire was giving you 25, 20 all through that time. Stat was giving. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Good. I'm sorry. Keep going. Stat was giving us what? Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, he was giving you 24, 25, 20, 24, 23, 25, all those years.
Yes, he was. Now, with that also being said, Ticket, you got to take under consideration that he's also playing with the best distributor in the game at that point. The
Pau Gasol was playing with the best player in the game.
And you know what he wasn't playing with? He wasn't playing with the best passer. So a lot of Pau Gasol's offense. A lot of Pau Gasol's offense came within the offense. It wasn't because Bryant was getting him involved like Nash was getting Amari Stoudemire involved. What? In fact,
Kobe Bryant was driving Pau Gasol. What are you talking about?
In fact, that Phoenix offense, the 8 seconds or less, that offense was based solely on tempo and just getting guys out in the open floor. When they
Kobe Bryant was driving Pau Gasol, and Amari Stoudemire destroyed Pau Gasol. Why he was on the Lakers? He demolished this dude. He was giving this man 45, 40, and 47 in the series. Cut it out.
I never heard that. Never.
Come on. Even before then, Amari Stoudemire was murdering this dude when he was in Memphis. Amari Stoudemire was murdering Pau Gasol through their whole tenure. You can find one person that will tell you that they thought, outside of you two bozos, that they thought that Pau Gasol was better than Amari Stoudemire. I dare on. You bring 15 NBA players on here, and they'll all tell you guys are drunk saying this foolishness, man.
No, absolutely not, Ticket. And like I just said, if I got a guy on a championship team, because basically what he was doing the same thing that Tim Duncan was doing, 18 and 11. But the gravity of what Gasol was doing, as opposed to what Amari Stoudemire doing, is completely different. You talking about Amari Stoudemire?
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Amari Stoudemire went and averaged 25 without Steve Nash. So y'all using this Steve Nash thing, right? Now watch this. I'm gonna say this again, bro. Pau Gasol's whole career fell off a cliff completely. Amari Stoudemire still had great years until he got hurt.
He had that 1 year with the Knicks. That was
it. Come on, hold on.
He had that 1 year.
That was a monster year, though. Melo came.
Absolutely. I'm not going to fight that. That part I'm not going to fight. I will not fight that, Ron.
Ridiculous.
He actually there was a stretch during the season where he was in the league MVP conversation.
He was
no doubt about that.
He wasn't in it. He was number one.
He was in the league MVP conversation, and then he went the other way. No doubt about that. However, Pau Gasol was consistently an all-league, an all NBA performer throughout his tenure with Kobe Bryant and making the All-Star team. Now, once again,
that wasn't Amari Stoudemire didn't make All NBA
after that Knicks tenure.
No, I'm saying with Steve Nash. No, I'm saying with Steve Nash. Amari Stoudemire wasn't All NBA.
Well, not only was he All NBA, he was first team All NBA. Him and Steve Nash.
Hold on. That's what I'm saying to you.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, hold on. All I'm saying is, my brother, from based off your argument, right. Amari Stoudemire was a 5-time All NBA performer.
Correct.
From no argument, and that very time we talking about, Stoudemire was murdering Pau Gasol.
2009, 2010.
Come on. Amari dismantled Pau Gasol. In 2010, when the Lakers won the chip, Amari was averaging 25. But hold on, once again, when they played the year before that, Amari Stoudemire murdered this dude, bro. I'm talking about, and then not only that, Kevin Garnett raped them he raped them in the NBA Finals, in the first finals they went to. He destroyed this dude. Kobe Bryant put the battery in that man back, and you know it, Chilltown.
That part I'm not fighting. Whoa. Stop right there. Whoa. Stop talking to me like Pau Gasol was just nothing before he got with Kobe Bryant.
So why he didn't win a playoff game? Hold on. Why he didn't win a playoff game? Why he couldn't win a game?
The reason why he couldn't win a game because number one, that Memphis team was inferior. That's number one.
You damn liar. Do you know who they had? This dude's a liar. Bro, do you know who he had on Memphis team?
Yeah, Ticket. We need to hear this.
Hold on. Chilltown. One thing you can't do is I told you again, bro. You can't go to church telling these damn lies, man.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Ask for forgiveness right now, man.
Oh my God,
this man. That is wrong, bro. Ask for forgiveness, man. Ask for forgiveness, bro.
I'm listening.
Bro, hold on. I'm gonna tell you who he had. Who he had. The year before he left, he had Rudy Gay, that was younger, coming out of the University of UConn. He was a monster. He had Chucky Atkins, who was averaging 13.2. He had Mike Miller, that was averaging 18.5 in his prime. He had Akeem Ward, that was giving him 12.7. They had Damon Stoudemire coming off the bench. Dante Jones coming off the bench. They had Eddie Jones coming off the bench. Hold on. They had Stroman Swift on that team. Cut the cap. Hold on. Let me go before this, right? He couldn't even get a win in the playoffs. Let me go before this, right? That year they won 29 games. Hold on. The year before that, bro, I'm going to keep cooking you, bro, like you ain't. They had Shane Battier, who was one of the better wing perimeter defenders in the NBA. He was averaging double figures. They had Eddie Jones averaging double figures. They had Damon Stoudemire averaging double figures. He had Mike Miller on that team averaging double figures. They had Chucky Atkins averaging double figures. Bobby Jackson was on that team. The late Lorenzen Wright was on that team. Cut it out, man. Dante Jones was coming off the bench.
Now, with the roster that you ran off, talk about who they were going up against. Go ahead, Ticket.
Hold up, but Ticket,
before you do that, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it to you one more time. I'm gonna say it to you one more time. I didn't talk about winning a series, brother. I said he couldn't win a game.
Right. So talk about who they were going up against. Go ahead.
I don't care, bro. I don't care if they was going against Jemima. Hold on. Watch this. This what kills your whole narrative. Even AI got a game off Kobe and Shaq. You're done. Put this dude in the casket, man. He's over with. Even AI got a game off Kobe and Shaq. You mean to tell me all those years?
Here's why that logic doesn't work. Here's why the Allen Iverson logic doesn't work. Number one, Allen Iverson played on the Philadelphia 76ers, who played against the Milwaukee Bucks on a Sunday in Game 7. The Lakers, when they saw them that Wednesday, 3 days later, hadn't played in 10 days. Who would you rather fight, Ticket? Would you rather go up against somebody who just got finished whooping somebody's ass or somebody who's been sitting around? Because I'll tell you who I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight the dude. I don't want to fight the dude.
Chill. Stop making excuses. The man did not win a playoff game.
Right.
Before he played with Kobe, hold on. I want you to think about something. Because, hey, Fluent. Get your boy Fluent. Because this man sat up here. This man's a big liar, bro. Listen what he said when he was done. He said that Kobe Bryant really wasn't the one that was getting Pau off like that. Kobe was the only one that was pushing Pau like that. And here's the proof.
No, that's not what I said. I said Kobe Bryant wasn't getting Pau off like Steve Nash was getting Amari Stoudemire off. That's what I said. Don't make it sound like those two things. are the same thing because
Kobe
they're not.
was the one. Hey, listen,
No,
listen.
not.
Once again, he couldn't win a playoff game. The year he went to Kobe, he went straight to the NBA Finals. That's all you need to know. And don't tell me they didn't have a team. Like I said, I didn't say win a series. I said he win a game, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Ticket, because if I remember correctly, because now it's coming back to me. So if I remember correctly, so when they lost, let me make sure I remember.
They got swept by Dallas. They got swept by Dirk. So they couldn't win a game against Dirk.
So not only did they get swept by the Dallas Mavericks, this is the Western Conference champion who swept them. That's number one. Number two, Pau Gasol was leading them in points. He was 20-8 that series. You know who was the second leading scorer on that team that year, if I'm not mistaken, in the playoffs? It was Eddie Jones. You know what Eddie Jones was averaging? And by the way, Eddie Jones at that point was in year 14. He was averaging 10 points. My second best player in the playoffs is giving me 10 points a game. Who am I beating playing against anybody where my second best player is giving me 10 points a game? Who, by the way, is in year 14? Go ahead, Ticket. I'm all in.
Chilltown. Hey, hold on, Chilltown. That's not my fault.
Oh, so now it's not
hold on, Chilltown. That's 1 year. What about all the other years he got swept? I'm talking about not win a game.
I just gave you a legit example of what he had to deal with.
1 year. Hold on. I told you. Hold on. Chill. He never won a game. All those years, he never won a playoff game.
And I just gave you an example of what he was dealing with. He's dealing with a dude on his team who I love, Eddie Jones. I don't like Eddie Jones. I love Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is in year 13 and averaging 10 points a game. And this is my second best player. My second best player. And I'm going up against the Dallas Mavericks, who are a championship contender. That's who I'm going up against.
What about the year before that? Why he get swept the year before that?
Same logic.
It was against the Suns, right? It was against the Suns.
Who also in the West. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Marz. Go ahead.
Hold on. They got swept by Phoenix the year before that.
Yeah, the best team in the West.
What was it? No, right. Hold on. Right. That was the best team. Amari was punishing his ass. Like I said.
Well, we're not talking about 2005, Ticket. We're talking about
no, I'm telling you, I asked you a question. I asked you a question. I asked you, why couldn't he win a playoff game? I'm trying to prove a point to you. And my whole point is this. Pau Gasol, these dudes is putting Pau Gasol on a different level because he played with Kobe. That's facts. Listen, I'm going to give you one perfect quick example, and that's it. This is going to kill it. AD would have never went to the NBA Finals if he didn't play with LeBron James. True or false, Chilltown?
He would have never gone to the NBA Finals had he not.
He would have never went to the finals with the Pelicans had he would not have joined LeBron James and Lakers. True or false?
That may be true.
There you go. There you go. Now put some respect on my name.
That may be true. I'm not saying it's 100% true, but it may be true. It may be not. It may not be true because a lot of things have to happen in order to get to the NBA Finals, Ticket. Don't make it sound like you just walk into the NBA Finals.
Bro, my point.
Don't forget that Anthony Davis. When they played
my point to you is this, bro. Kobe did for Pau what LeBron James did for AD. That's my whole point. Am I lying, Fluent? Am I lying, Fluent? If I'm lying, tell me, Fluent.
The problem is you guys are having two different conversations.
Yes,
I did miss a chunk. I did miss a chunk of it because on one hand, you're trying to say Pau isn't as good as we think because in Memphis, he got swept 2 years, but he was also playing probably the best teams in the conference in Dallas and Phoenix, with his best help being an old Eddie George. And then Jason Williams, that year that they got swept by Phoenix, I think averaged 17 a game, but no offense to White Chocolate. If he's the second best player on your team, I'm not really positive you're going to.
No, but the other years he didn't have. Hold on. The other years, hold on. Jay Will averaged 17 that year to play off.
I'm sure you spoke enough. So what I'm saying is, that argument you can't have because every player has gotten swept by a significantly better team. So you can't put that solely on
every game. No, I said he lost every game.
You can't solely put that on Pau. What you're saying that there's 5 better players when he was a Laker, 5 better power forwards, excuse me. I'm with you on that one. I've said that before because I think Pau, the only reason we think of Pau even as highly as we do is because he went and joined Kobe. So I'm agreeing on this.
That's all I'm saying.
With the Lakers, and it made him look better because now he's winning chips. He's not winning.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
That I agree with.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying to this dude,
I'm trying to remember here. Pau went from averaging like 19 a game his first year with the Lakers to 16 during the playoffs. So it wasn't because of Pau stepping it up. It was because of Kobe that they went deep into the playoffs. So
that's what I'm telling Tailtown.
Yo, but Ticket. My question for you is, because we're arguing Pau and Amari, right? So if you take Pau off that Memphis team, you put Amari on that Memphis team, does he get a win?
They get a playoff win. They get one win. Yes, they get one game, bro. Amari Stoudemire was giving dudes 45, 50 back then, bro, in the playoffs.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think Amari getting better stats, but the success of Amari came from being set up from Nash.
Bro, Amari was dominating when they was winning games, bro. Hold on.
I still don't think they get a win.
Fluent. If I'm lying, zap me out right now. Was Amari not murdering Tim Duncan and them in that playoff series where they got suspended at the end? Was he not?
A lot of it had to do with the teammates and the system they were running. Yes, he did.
I wish I had a I wish I had a steel chair.
Who's going to get him the ball in Memphis? Who's going to get the ball in Memphis?
Are you okay?
Who? So what? Exactly. Nothing.
Hold on. Answer the question again.
Ask what question?
No, who was giving? He was talking about the Senate. Now let's be clear. If Amari Stoudemire does not get suspended, if he doesn't get suspended in that San Antonio,
they go to the finals.
I don't think San Antonio beat them. I'm not sure that they beat them. However, Ticket, we getting off the subject here. We're talking about at the end of the 2009-2010 season. Was Pau Gasol a top 5 4-man in the game? And I'm saying that he was. And the reason why I'm saying that he was because I'm looking at the totality of what he did that season. Not just what he did against Amari Stoudemire, who, if I'm not mistaken, I think Amari Stoudemire, when they played him in the West Finals that year, I think Amari Stoudemire was like 25 and like 5 or 6 or some nonsense like that. But Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol, defensively, Pau Gasol, in terms of he was 20-7 and almost 2 blocks that series. Not only was he 20, he was that throughout the course of the playoffs. Add that to the fact that we get to the NBA Finals, which I can't bring this up enough. When you talk about a guy being a rebounder, when you talk about a guy being a presence in the paint, in Game 7, as bad as Kobe Bryant was, and you know how bad he was in that game, even though he did everything he could to become better. That's why he went to the backboard and got 15 rebounds. Pau Gasol went almost 20-20 in that game. They don't win that game without him. They don't.
Hold on. Are you saying the 09? Hold on. You're saying the 09-10 season?
Yes, when they played against them when 09-10.
Pau Gasol got destroyed in the finals.
But I don't know, man. There's a lot of, like, I'm just gonna throw out names. I'm not saying they're all better than him, but if you look at some of the power forwards that were elite,
that is true, Fluent.
Really good. Nowitzki, Stoudemire. You're sleeping on. Don't forget Zach Randolph. Steven Jackson was technically a power forward that season. Corey McGinn was a power forward. Yeah, he was a power forward. He was a power forward. Carlos Boozer, David West, LaMarcus Aldridge.
David West.
All of those guys
was an all-star leading team, dog.
I'm not saying they're all better. I'm just saying there's a lot of power forwards we're forgetting about that season that put up like 20+ points.
It was a big man era for sure. It was power forwards. It was tough at that moment in time. You come into any given night, you got to fight at the power forward position. Yo, but
that's all I'm saying. You can have an argument because I think there's 4 that are better than Pau. 5, you're having that debate.
All right, so
we got go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry. And
we got to move forward. We talked about Amari. We talked about Pau enough. We talked about them last episode, but we got some things to get into this episode. Now, Fluent, I'm coming to you because you are the sole Lakers fan here, and it's seeming as if the Lake Show got a little life back in them. It looks like they've been revived. You guys are 8-2 in your last 10 games, and Anthony Davis is going ballistic. In the last 9 games, he has 6 games over 35. In the last 9 games, he has 5 games with over 15 rebounds, and he's averaging about 3 blocks during that whole tenure, including a 55-17 game against the Wizards a couple nights ago. How are you feeling about the Lakers and Anthony Davis with his newfound success?
I'm so torn. 8-2 in the last 10. That's the best record. I think there's 2 other teams that are tied with them at 8-2 in the last 10. If you look at how Anthony Davis started the year, for him to be, I think, 7th in scoring, 2nd or 3rd in field goal percentage of people that are averaging over 20 points a game. I think he's 1st in blocks, 1st in rebounds. My man is having a phenomenal run. and the Lakers are winning. And that's what we said at the beginning. That's what we said in the offseason. Run it through AD. That's how the Lakers can be successful. My fear is this. Guys like AD. And I'm not going to, let me not, because people always say, what about Kawhi? What about Paul George? They missed just as many games. Okay. Guys like PG, guys like Kawhi, guys like AD make me really nervous, because every time they're playing and every time they get to that point where they're peaking, that's when they get hurt. So I'll say this again. I feel really good about the Lakers. I think they're going to be a playoff team. I don't think they're a championship team, so they should trade AD.
Still? You still believe that?
I still believe that, because he's not going to change. I'm not going to listen. History repeats itself, right? Ask your history teacher up here, the professor, Chill. He knows history. That's what he does. History repeats itself every single time. So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Move.
I hate to say this, and I hate to agree with Tone in this particular situation, but I don't think he's wrong. And the reason why I don't think he's wrong, simply because of Anthony Davis's history. Now, I'm not putting Anthony Davis on the trade block. Not yet. No, I'm not doing that. However, if the phone rings and somebody calls me up and says, yo, I got 3 1s and a legit big, not Cat, because Minnesota doesn't have anything to give. They gave all of it. They gave all of their picks away to Utah for Rudy Gobert. I'm sorry. So if an offer came about, it would be very difficult for me to not at least listen to it, because I know who Anthony Davis is, right? And I know who he is in terms of health. Now, he's proven that he could keep this going. He did it in the 1920 season when they won the NBA championship. Now, don't get me wrong. COVID shut the season down, and that did help. But he did prove that he could hold up and play at a high level holding up. But that's a huge risk to take. It's a huge risk to take. But what he's doing now and what they're doing now,
MVP and DPOY consideration. That's how good he's playing right now. That's the conundrum, is because I want to keep him. I want to have a run with him and LeBron and to win a chip, because they've done it before. The different scenario because of the supporting cast. That's what makes me nervous. But if he gets hurt in a month, then we're all gonna be saying, "Oh, see, should have done it. Should have done it." And everybody in the chat, Fluent, you crazy? Will you trade him? Watch in a month when he's out again, it'd be like, "Oh, we should have traded."
But I also risk trading him to somebody else, and he continues to do what he's doing. I don't want to do that, right? I'm not interested in doing that. Well, here's the thing: they're not built to win. They're not built to win the NBA championship. However, they're not built to win the NBA championship the way they were playing. The way that they're playing right now, and I can't believe that I'm going to agree with Ticket. The way that they're playing right now, I can't believe that I'm going to agree.
Hate me that much. You hate me that much, dog.
I can't believe that I'm going to agree with Ticket. I'm going to say it.
Let's hear it, Chill.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Ticket. The way that they're playing right now, if they could continue to play this way, I don't expect Anthony Davis to be 35 and 15. No, I don't expect that. But if he can give me something similar, like 28 to 31 and 11 to 13, and they can continue to play through him and he can stay healthy, we get in the playoffs, none of them teams want to see the Lakers. Not one of them. They could legit go to the West Finals, like Ticket said.
And
that's contingent. Right. Here's the difference. That's contingent on Anthony Davis staying healthy. I didn't realize Lonnie Walker was the transition player that he was. He's a ridiculous athlete. I did not know he was that good of a transition player. Russ is the best second unit, not guard. He's the best second unit player in the league. And the difference with Russ being the best second unit player, the difference is he's playing starter minutes, which is why he embraced it. It wasn't like he's playing. It's not like he's playing 20 a game, right? It's not like he's playing second unit minutes and he's just giving the ball to second unit guys. No, Darvingham did a great job in not only selling him this logic, but saying, "Yo, I'm going to turn you loose too. I'm not just going to put you on a second unit and you have 25 to 30 minutes a game. Be Russ." And that's what's working. Now, the Lakers have gotten away from what they used to do, when they were losing games. I mean, they started the season, 7 of their first 10 games were against playoff teams, and they were playing like those teams. And they're not built to. I think they averaged something like 34 threes a game. They're down to like 28 now because they're not built to shoot that way, right? They're built to play through Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, 12 of the last in the last 15 games, he shot 12 threes. That's one long ball a game. AD, the mid-range, the box, and the mid-post. That's where you live. That's where
one of my main gripes with AD is I was like, if you're as good as everybody says you are, and as good as you can potentially be, you can't shoot all these threes. Your game isn't predicated off shooting threes, bro. You got to get on that block and kill cats. You got to attack. You got to attack the rim, dunk on people. All of that. All of that.
Right there, because that was the thing. There was time. I think it was last game where he had a three where normally he just would have shot it, and instead he pumped like he was going to shoot it, drive, dunk. Like those are the things we need him to do. But that's why I say I'm torn, because this team healthy, playing the right way, the way they're playing now. There's very few teams who can beat them 4 out of 7 times the way they're playing right now.
And that's what had to change, Tone. That part right there. It's not the personnel. It was the way that they were playing. That's why I felt like they were the worst team in the NBA at that point. And the reason why I felt like that was because the way that they were playing. They're trying to play like the Golden State Warriors. They're trying to play like the Phoenix Suns. We're not built that way. We can play to our strength.
We need to play 90s ball.
Right. We can play to our strength. Our strength is playing through the big guy. Philadelphia does it. Denver does it. Milwaukee does it. And it works. And we could do it too.
Yo,
Marz. Oh, go ahead, Marz. Go ahead.
Can we hear from you? We haven't heard from you in a while. How do you feel about the Lakers right now? And do you have a change of heart? Do you believe that they can make a playoff run? And are you buying into Anthony Davis?
I mean, I never bought out of Anthony Davis, so I'm fine with AD. I think he's playing better than I guess most people expected. Like, this isn't sustainable what he's doing right now, but he's been great. I'm not buying into the Lakers second round ceiling. That's why I believe that they're not going to win a championship.
That's where I'm at with them, Marz. I've always been. I thought they was a semifinals team. I always felt like that.
That's about as far as I'm going. They can't shoot. Like, no matter how well AD plays on the interior in a playoff series, when teams can game plan against the fact that a team cannot shoot the ball consistently, you're not going to win 2 playoff series in the Western Conference, looking how it is, in my opinion.
Jabroni.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Marz. Go ahead, Tone. I'm sorry.
I'm just asking a question because I think there's this misconception. Do you feel like you have to shoot a ton of threes to win?
I'm not saying. No, because that's not what I'm saying. So be quiet. What I'm saying is you have to be able to make the three. If teams can literally just pack the paint and not have to close out to a bunch of shooters,
right?
You're not having that threat available. And I'm saying that's not sustainable.
They are making the three. They are making the three. Yes, it is sustainable. And I told
to you it is, and to me it's not. So now what?
I told every last one of you bums before the season started, and you all laughed at me. Every last one of you in the comment section said I know what the hell I was talking about. Now I'm gonna tell you like Shaq said. You tell me how it tastes, sucker. Point blank. Period. Because I'm gonna tell you how
if you think it's sustainable for those guys.
I told you that the Lakers were playing the wrong way. Like Chill said, they were jacking up too many threes. It's not that they couldn't hit threes. They were living and dying by the three. See, when you play a smarter basketball game and when you get a better quality shot, now you're knocking them down. So Lonnie Walker, all those threes they were shooting bricks from, he's getting better quality shots because they're playing it through AD. LeBron James is playing close to the basket in the post. Russ is hitting these guys off underneath the basket, easier shots. They're sucking in the defense and getting those other guys better shots from the perimeter. So a few things happened. I was right when I said Darvin Ham was going to get Russ to buy in and play great basketball. Russ ain't even trying to score, Chill, Fluent. He out here he's out here getting 15 assists off the bench. That's unheard of. And you know what that's doing? 10 assists to AD. He's nuclear with AD. You know why? Because we all know Russ still has a threat to get to the basket and score. So the defense has to respect Russ when he's driving. And when they bite, all he's going to do is throw that little alley-oop or dish that pass off to AD. Easy buckets every single time because of Russ's ability to put pressure on the defense. Then what did LeBron James do? He looked at AD when he was hurt and said, yo, AD is dominating. And all the other guys, what have they been able to do? They've been able to play their game. So now Austin Reeves stepped up. He's averaging 14.5 points in the last 10 games, right? He's balling. Then you got Lonnie Walker. Like Chilltown said, we call him Lonnie Skywalker. He's out here doing all the in-between work. And he's hitting the three at a respectable level. Austin Reeves hitting the three at a respectable level. So now you're not shooting putrid. And let me tell you something else he did. He cut the fat. He stopped playing scrubs like Juan Toscano, starting that bum. Need to put his ass on a boat and send his ass back around, packing on the next thing, smoking. Him, Kendrick Nunn, he got to go. Get him out of here. Wenyen Gabriel, giving you great minutes. Thomas Bryant, coming off the bench, giving you 8 to 10 points, 4 or 5 rebounds, great minutes. All these other little role players are playing in their spots, great for the Lakers. So Darvin Ham set the table, and then the biggest piece of them all, LeBron came and said, you know what? I can still get my numbers. Mine gonna be easier for me now. So instead of LeBron forcing to go get a 30, it's all coming to him because he's playing through AD, and that opens up the court even more for LeBron. Now you see LeBron, instead of shooting all those bricks from the 3, he's hitting those things. You know why? Because he's playing within rhythm, they're playing within pace, and they know exactly what they want to do. Everybody understand their role. That's how you win a championship. This team will be in the Western Conference Finals, and like Fluent said, I dare you find me a team that if this team is healthy, it's going to be hard to beat them 4 out of 7 games, especially if LeBron is doing what he's doing, if AD is playing anywhere near where he's playing, and Russell Westbrook just stay doing what you're doing. That's it.
Isn't the 3? Hold on, I don't have the stats in front of me, but for the season, they started out shooting really poorly. Because I'm just to Marz's point, because you're saying they don't hit the 3 consistently enough. But if I go down the list, because I have the season list, and I know they started off poorly, so obviously
they were shooting 23% on the season, Tone, when the season started.
Yeah,
it was the worst in NBA
history. They were horrible. But as long as you don't let like Russ, Pat Beverly, and like Kendrick Nunn shoot a 3, LeBron is shooting 33%, just below average. The NBA average is 35, but LeBron and AD are shooting 33. Other than that, Walker's shooting 39 now. Austin Reeves is 38.7. Even Schroeder's at 31. Troy Brown is at 35. Granted, some of these guys only shoot 1 a game, but Max Christie, 43, but again, he only shoots 1 a game. And Matt Ryan, 38%. So you got a bunch of guys shooting above average 3. So and consistently, because like I said, Lonnie Walker's shooting 5 a game, and he's at 39%. Now, do I want to rely on Lonnie Walker as my sole 3-point shooter? No, probably not. But if they're at that 35%, which it looks like they all have been through this good run, why are you saying they're not consistent enough with the 3 to keep teams honest? I think that's more than honest. That's 23s a game at 35, 36%.
You don't know basketball. And when you don't know basketball, you need a dude like me to pull out the belt and spank his little ass, lad. Like I said before. Listen, this is the biggest lie I ever told. Chill, Fluent, watch this. How did the Lakers win their first championship when AD came over? They dominated inside. Forget the 3s and all that other stuff. They dominated in the paint. That's how they won. So guess what? If they got into a 7-game series with the Golden State Warriors, the Warriors this year got hellified problems. You know why? Because they can't deal with the pressure the Lakers are going to put on them inside the paint and under the basket, and the force that LeBron James, that AD, and that Russell Westbrook plays with attacking the basket. They can't deal with that. So as long as Lonnie Walker,
that was a different year. That was a different year. But I'm looking at them again. There wasn't anybody shooting the lights out from 3 that year either. LeBron
not only that though,
he was 33, AD 33%, same as this year.
And not only that, Tone, Ticket, you got to remember too that the reason why they got smoked the first time they played Golden State this year was because they were playing like Golden State. Now, if they get sucked into that, where they get back into playing like Golden State, if they and Golden State, one of the things that Golden State does is Golden State forces you to play the way they do. And the reason why they force you to play the way they do is because their ability not only to crack the 3, but to convert on the 3. And that throws you in a hole, which means that now you got to catch up. So if the Lakers can keep themselves at least in striking distance and they can continue to play the way they know how to play, then I think they got a shot. The question that I want to, and Marz, you brought this up, and I want to know if this is fair, Marz, but you said that, teams shooting the long ball, they want to pack the paint. Well, wouldn't it be fair to say that with Anthony Davis knocking down the mid-range, wouldn't that open up the lane? And in the process of that opening up the lane, isn't that more one-on-one opportunities at the rim?
Slightly. I mean, it helps a little bit in terms of spacing, but when you give because AD, he can space with a mid-range shot, but when you have players around him who aren't going to space to the degree I believe, they can plug up his lanes, and then he's going to have to take the jump shot. Because if you have guys digging down off Russell Westbrook, off LeBron, off Lonnie Walker, off Austin Reeves, like I think they would in the playoffs, you're forcing AD to become a jump shooter to be able to beat those type of defenses. And I don't think that's going to be sustainable.
Hold on. That's the worst thing you can do, though. Because guess what? When you back up off, and this, I'm going to school you right now. So, Marz, you need to get your pencil out and take notes right now, young fella. That's the worst thing you can do. Hold on. That's the worst thing you can do against LeBron James. What's up, young fella? I see you in the camera looking all sharp and stuff. I see you, baby.
We're going to have to boot him off because PC Kids is coming, and he has – what percentage do the Lakers have of winning the championship? Get out of here. Get out of
Beat
here.
it. Beat it. Beat it.
Hey, look, Marz, that's the worst thing.
I like the
Hey, look,
future PC kid.
Hey, the worst thing you can do is back up off LeBron. You know what? What LeBron and Russ and all them do? Watch this, Fluent, chill, because I know you study LeBron. What's LeBron going to do when they back up off of him? LeBron's going to back up. And when he backs up, he's coming full speed ahead, and there's nothing you can do to stop him. So now, when you play against players like Russ and them like that, those are special players in the history of the game of basketball because you cannot stop them from getting to where they want to get. So if you back up off LeBron, LeBron only shoots threes and settles because he wants to settle. He doesn't have to settle. LeBron would just back you up and then come at you full speed, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can try to pack in the paint and all that other stuff, but then once he kicks it, those guys are getting wide open looks, and they will be knocking those looks down because they've already built the confidence by that time. One last thing, Marz, this will eat through everything you said about shooting. Chill, Fluent. Let me ask y'all one question. The year that the Lakers got beat by Phoenix in the first round 2 years ago, before AD got hurt, they were up 2-0 in that series, right?
It was up 2-1.
Do y'all think they win that series if AD doesn't get hurt?
No, I do think they win it. I think they beat Phoenix.
Yeah, right. Okay, so everything that Marz said is irrelevant then, because the Lakers were dominating through AD in that series. Early in that series, AD was killing them, dude.
Not only that,
I'm not as strong. I'm not, and I don't think this is what Marz was saying. But I don't think you need to have. You don't need to shoot a lot of threes, but when you have open threes, this is what I think Marz was saying is you need to hit them, and I agree with that. But you don't need to shoot a lot of threes to win in this league. And when I look at the 19-20 team that the Lakers won, it was the same thing. Like if you look up and down the roster, the 3-point shooting wasn't better than it is
Danny
now.
Green, J.R. Smith, guys.
Right. Now forget how it started.
Right.
Today.
Danny Green, J.R. Smith, guys like that.
AD and LeBron, can they finish the season?
And the thing I'm thinking about, Marz, because you brought up, like I said, you brought up being able to hit the three. And I think that the reason why with AD playing in the mid-range, not only does he open it up, as a starting two guard in the NBA, Lonnie Walker, right? As a reserve two guard in the NBA, in Kendrick Nunn, who I'm just about over him, but I should expect you to knock down consistently an open 15 to 18 footer. I should expect you to do that. And when you do that, what you do is you expand the defense. Not only does that bring more one-on-one opportunities at the rim, that even more opens up the defense. So now we're getting better open looks on the long ball, right? Not only are we getting better open looks on the long ball, we're getting better looks in transition, which enables AD to run the floor more, which enables James to run the floor more. All of this stuff is contingent on not LeBron James. I'm sorry. All of this stuff is contingent on Anthony Davis being healthy and playing the way he plays offensively, because we already know who he is defensively.
Still Fluent. One question. And since you said that, I just want to ask y'all this question because Ron bought it. Do y'all think that Phoenix can beat this Lakers team in a 7-game series?
Not right the way they're playing. Not the way the Lakers playing. No.
Hey, Fluent, what you think, dog? Do you think that the Suns can beat this Lakers team right now the way they're playing the 7-game series?
Oh, I don't think any team in the NBA would easily beat them in a 7-game series. The way they're playing.
I'm specifically asking you. Do you think Dallas?
I have no faith in the Suns.
Right. Okay. So I'm saying. So do you think Dallas, Phoenix, the Warriors, or the Memphis Grizzlies, legitimately right now as we stand here today, can beat a Lakers team playing like this in a 7-game series with LeBron and AD and them guys playing like this?
There's not any team in the Western Conference that can beat them.
So what the hell is we talking about then? When y'all saying that?
And the reason why we're talking about this ticket is because it's December. That's why.
Yeah, we don't know if they'll be playing this way come playoff time.
That's why we're talking about this right now. I understand.
Hey, Ticket, I do agree with you, and I stand with you when I say that the Lakers are so top heavy, and I've been saying this for a long time, with LeBron, AD, and if Russ continues to play how he's playing, because we're not giving Russ enough credit. Dude had 15 assists the other night. We're not giving him enough credit. If those three can ball out, nobody wants to see the Lakers. Not even the Warriors.
Ron, they can mess around with a hat trick. Russ 6 Man of the Year, Darvin Ham Coach of the Year, AD Defensive Player of the Year, and MVP, and win the chip. They can do the hat trick. They legitimately.
LeBron those LeBron haters.
LeBron didn't get a Finals MVP. LeBron not letting AD get that Finals MVP.
I'm saying legitimately, if they play to their potential, right? And we're going to see tonight when they play the Cavs tonight, what time they on. If they come in here tonight and give it to the Cavs tonight, bro, they real, bro. And it's going to be hard stopping this train that's coming because I think that Darvin Ham is tapped in. Nobody's been ever able to get through to Russ like this. Russ has had all these great coaches, nobody has been ever able to get Russ to say, you know what, I'm going to accept my role and play this way. Russ has always felt like he'd been the motor and been the role, been the team, but now he's accepted his role and he's great. Not good. He's great within that role, and he still is a danger. So even if, let's say, LeBron gets hurt 4 or 5 games, you can still depend on Russ to give you 18 to 20 points any given night. So, I mean, he still can do it, but he's not trying to do it.
And not only that, when you talk about the Lakers, when they started the season, like I said, 7 of their first 10 games was against playoff teams. So when you see San Antonio twice, when you see Detroit as many times, Detroit and San Antonio, and you see Brooklyn, it's like being a player who you're going through a slump and you just need to see the ball go through the basket. Once you see the ball go through the basket, now what's happening is that you're generating some steam. So now this Cleveland team, they basically looking at a freight train that's coming down the track, because now, you saw what they did against Milwaukee. You saw they've won 8 of their last 10 games. I do not like what I'm seeing from Evan Mobley in terms of offensively. He has not really progressed as much as I'd like to see him progress. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers handled them tonight. That would not surprise me.
Can I get everybody else's prediction on this game tonight? Lakers versus Cavaliers. Go ahead, Fluent.
Let me just ask Jay a question real quick. So are you saying that it was kind of like, you always say fool's gold? Like when Utah started off hot, everyone's like, oh, it's fool's gold. It's fool's gold. And they came back down to earth. Are you saying it was the opposite with the Lakers, where it was kind of a collection of new coach, new system, didn't know their roles, and they were playing good teams, and they were shooting horribly? Like it was a perfect storm for them to lose a bunch of games. That's what it sounds to me like what you're saying. And now they're starting to get it together. Am I correct?
Well, it's something similar to that. And the reason why I say that is because with Utah, it was fool's gold because there was really nothing there to go off of, right? There was nothing there to go off of. The Lakers, in terms of them playing in the system that was going to work, they weren't doing that. Once they converted over to the system, now it turns into, because you can see a team, now it turns into something that looks like a contender. But before that, they weren't playing the way that they should be playing to be successful. The Utah Jazz, there was nothing to go off of these guys. These guys were basically a band of guys that were just thrown together. This Laker team was a team of guys who, they were together last year. But we still hadn't figured roles out. If you watched Anthony Davis early in the season, if you watched James before he got hurt early in the season, they kind of looked like they were bumping into each other. Okay, AD, are you the guy? Russ, what are you going to do? We still hadn't figured those things out yet. Once those things got figured out, it wasn't I thought that they were a playoff team before the season started, and I said that. I thought that they were a semifinals team before the season started. Now, once they became what they are now, I don't think that it was a situation where it's the same thing. No.
Hey, if LeBron and them win the championship with Russ, the way they bought in, bro, y'all will hear me come on here and give LeBron props. I ain't never heard me give them before, because that's sacrifice. That's what it really takes to win it. No, I'm being honest, Fluent. Like, bro, a dude like Russell Westbrook, he's very prideful, bro. And you know how much that took for Darvin Ham? Like, Darvin Ham hit a roadblock with him. And, you know, I mean, you know, if you ever coach anywhere at Fluent or coach anybody, you know how it is when you have some hard-headed players that just don't want to buy in and don't want to listen to what you're saying.
You said he was out the league. You said he was about to be over.
Yeah, he was over. Fluent. I mean, chill. It got that bad, bro. It got that bad. And remember, Darvin Ham came out and said, look, I ain't worried about your feelings. He said, I ain't got time to be. When he said that, I think that was the point where Russ looked at it and was like, damn, I never had a coach talk to me like that before.
I got to get on board. Either get on board or get out. It's that simple. Get on board or get out.
And look, and watch this. This is the greatest thing I can say about LeBron James. I think that before then, I think LeBron thought, man, it's going to be a train wreck. I'm just going to go ahead, break the record, this and the third. I think when LeBron legitimately saw Russ buy in, he said, man, I got to buy in now, bro. Ain't no way in hell this dude can buy in. And then I'm still out here doing this. So now I think LeBron, since the Indiana game, is completely bought in to this roster. I think the Lakers make minimal move to try to get a wing or something. Me and Elder talked about that. And that's it. I don't think they even think about trading Russ now. I think
don't think for 1 second. And Ticket, don't think for 1 second that they ain't in Anthony Davis's ear talking about how he needs to stay healthy. Don't think for 1 second that they ain't doing that. You can, as good as you could be playing and as good as you are, they in his ear on, yo, B, take care of your body. Yo, make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. If it gets banged up in practice, get your ass up. They're doing those things to him to make sure that he know, yo, our success is contingent on you, B.
But that's why I said to you, I gave LeBron so much props. And that's why I was saying in the Powell argument, the same thing about Kobe. Kobe did the same thing for Powell that LeBron did for AD. They put a battery in those guys' backs. You know what I'm saying? AD hadn't really done anything before he came over and played with LeBron. LeBron legitimately was telling AD how great he was, and AD hadn't proven anything. Kobe Bryant was doing the same thing to Powell. That's why I was saying to you, those guys elevated the level of those players. Fluent's a Laker fan. He saw this. He saw how Kobe Bryant pushed Powell, especially after he got smoked by Boston that first year in the finals. Kobe Bryant was relentless on Pau Gasol and pushed him to another level, bro. Without Kobe, Powell never sees the level he got to when he was playing in the playoffs and the finals that next year. And the same thing with AD. Without LeBron James, AD doesn't make it through.
All right, y'all. Can I get some predictions on tonight's game? Marz, can you tell me who do you think is going to win out of the Cavaliers and the Lakers tonight?
Probably the Lakers. I don't think Jarrett Allen's playing. LeBron's back home in Cleveland, so it's a big he only goes back there once a year, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers win this one.
Okay, and the Mavericks and the Nuggets.
Denver. I think
the way Denver's been playing lately, man. And I'm not what I saw I think it was last night or 2 nights ago with Dallas and Phoenix. I don't know. It's their teams that just have other teams' number. Dallas got Phoenix number. That's just the way it is. I think
Phoenix
Dallas
or Denver?
No, Dallas got Phoenix's number. They smoked Phoenix 2 nights ago.
Oh,
I think they beat them by like 16. They just got Phoenix's number. I don't know exactly what it is, but they just have Phoenix's number. It's matchup issues. Not only is it matchup issues, they do a great job in slowing them dudes down in transition, especially when you get late in the game. And they have such a difficult time with Luka. Now, when it comes to Denver, them playing through Joker, Dallas has no answer for that. Dallas has no answer for them, and they have such a difficult time dealing with Joker. And MPJ, Jamal Murray, Bones, KCP, those guys do such a good job of playing off of him. I think they handle Dallas tonight.
And what about the Lakers?
I think Denver's like Minnesota, man. I told y'all Minnesota was frauds. All y'all came in here and told me otherwise. Everybody in the chat room put some respect on my name for that. The Minnesota Timberwolves are a disgrace, and I believe that this might be Mike Malone's last year in Denver. I think Denver's a frauds too, bro. I just think
what gives you an idea that they frauds? Ticket. What's wrong with them? I don't understand that.
They're not gonna listen. If they play the Lakers in the 7-game series, they're losing. If they play the Warriors, they're losing. If they play the Suns, they're losing. We're not looking at them and saying, yo, this team can really win a championship. They got the 2-time MVP. You got a young star and Michael Porter Jr., young star, and and all those role players. They switch role players and they look worse than they did before before they switched the role players they had. So, like I said, to me, they're pretenders. They're not contenders. They're pretenders, just like the Minnesota Timberwolves, just like the Golden State Warriors, and you with that dumb take you had, talking about you'll keep Draymond Green, who's walking around here, Steve Kerr lying, talking about you playing at an all-star level, man, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds. The hell out of here.
Who said that, Ticket? Who said that?
Steve Kerr said yesterday, talking about Draymond Green should be an all-star this year. Steve Kerr need to be drug tested and sent to a facility.
Come on, of course, all of his players.
Not only that. First of all, Jamal Murray, I think in the last 10 games he averaging 19 a game, and this is a dude who had a torn ACL and he hadn't played all last season, so he's averaging 19 a game. Denver is right around the third. I think they're the 4th seed. Their game out the number 3 spot, which is what I had them at before the season started. I think they're a top 3 seed. Add that to the fact, Ticket, that if you could look at the Western Conference, is there one team that you can say, yo, they winning it? I don't think that there's one team.
Yes. One team I think they can get through, that legitimately can get through everybody the only thing that starves all these teams to me is health, is Memphis. I think a healthy Memphis Grizzlies team can beat every team in the Western Conference in 7 games. Even the Lakers, because they got the size to not stop AD, but to be able to deal with AD in a way to where their other role players, bro, Bane is good, man. I mean, those guys are good. Those other role players they got, bro, they got role players coming. I think they secretly have one of the deepest teams. But like I said, man, I just don't see the Warriors. The dudes ain't like it like that this year, man. I don't see Denver like that, bro. I don't see Phoenix like that. I'm with Fluent on Phoenix, bro. They're frauds, bro. The Dallas Mavericks, they got to show me something. They're the team that needs to make a big trade in order to shake things up to get them over the hump. They're only going to hit a certain limit, and then they're done. You know what I'm saying?
when it comes to the Grizzlies, because this is a question that's been lingering in my mind for a long time. Who is their legit second best player or second option? Is it Bane?
Yes, it's definitely Bane.
But hold on, no, because Dylan Brooks on any given night to give you 25.
No.
And then you got Jaren Jackson too.
Right.
Well, it used to be Dylan and Brooks, but it's Bane. It's like Chill said, it's Bane, bro.
It's Bane, but those guys have their moments, and that's what makes the team so dangerous. Is you don't know, right?
Plus,
no. This year is Bane. This year is Bane.
But even you'll still get Bane's been hurt, right? Off and on. I think it's still
right.
You'll get those other guys who will step up too, and just you don't know who the third guy is going to be.
Well, the difference.
That's why they're deep. That's why they're That's why they're scary.
And the difference with Bane, not the difference with Bane, and the difference with Jaren Jackson is he's the Swiss Army knife because he's not only can shoot the long ball, he's also one of the better defenders in the league. So he's gonna give you that. So if his offense isn't where it is, he's gonna give you defense. He can pull down 12, 13 rebounds and give you 3 or 4 blocks in the game. But offensively, their second guy is Desmond Bane. He shoots the long ball with the best of them in the game. He's one of the better one-on-one players in the game. I can't believe I'm saying that because he kind of looks, or at first sight, he kind of looks stiff.
Yeah, he does.
He looks stiff, but he gets to the basket with the best of them. He's one of the better defenders in the game and speeds the game up for them. So I think he's the second best guy on their team offensively. But I think Jaren Jackson is that Swiss Army knife that a lot of teams don't have.
Yeah, even the Pelicans. You didn't say about the Pelicans, but even the Pelicans. That's a 7-game series to me. Down the wire, 7 games. I'm a lean. I don't know who would y'all go to in a game 7 between Memphis.
You loving the Pelicans like that ticket? Because I still think that they are lead guard away from really. I know that they're the second seed in the West right now, but I still think that they are Mike Conley type of a lead guard away from really challenging and being serious in the Western Conference.
From winning a playoff series, because there's a difference when the playoffs come, right?
Now, here's the thing, Ron. I knew you were going to bring up CJ, and the reason why there's a reason why CJ played off the basketball in Portland, because he's better off the ball. As good as he is as a one-on-one player, Dame was the better playmaker. Dame was the better distributor. Dame was the better floor leader. CJ, going into that role, he can do it for stretches. But when we get into the playoffs, when we get deep into the season where you got teams that basically focus primarily on you and you only, I think that's going to take away from some of his offense. So if you had a guy like a Mike Conley type of lead guard, a Kyle Lowry type of lead guard, I think that would make them so much better.
It's interesting that you brought up. Hey, Ron, do you want the breaking news or do you want the thing from last week?
I want the breaking news.
It's not a big one, but since you brought up Kyle Lowry, there is a trade on the table right now. My Raptor insider just texted me. I'm going to drop a Woj bomb for everybody listening. Here's the proposal. The Raptors get back Kyle Lowry and Haywood Highsmith and a 2027 first-round draft pick, and the Heat get Gary Trent Jr., Cam Birch, and a 2025 second-rounder. That is currently on the table. If it's going to get done, it will be done in the next 24 hours. That's how long.
Like that. That's a good deal. That's a good deal, Fluent. That's a good deal because that's a good deal for Miami because I don't think Kyle Lowry is the same. I think he's done.
I think he's done. Well, I think he realized this might be last season. So go back to, and he wants to retire as a Raptor.
Last season?
Yeah.
Y'all think he's like working him? Like it's over?
You don't see Kyle Lowry out there, bro? You don't see Caboose out there?
He wants to play? It's not that I think it's his body's just. I think he's done.
Ron, when you see Kyle Lowry, what are you looking at?
When I'm looking at Kyle Lowry, and I always thought Kyle Lowry was overrated.
Okay.
By everybody, like a good player, but overrated just in terms of what he does. But when I see Kyle Lowry, I see a team player. So I see a dude that's gonna not anchor your defense because he's a point guard, but lead the head of attack with your defense. Right. I see a dude that's gonna knock down open shots. I see a dude that's gonna, make hustle plays, take charges, things of that nature. He's gonna make winning plays for you, but he's not gonna be a dude that's gonna be your number one option ever.
You know who that sound like? That sound like Kyle Lowry from 3 years ago. That's not Kyle Lowry today. Kyle Lowry today he looks like he's fighting himself. He's fighting to get back into shape. He looks like not only is he fighting to get back in shape.
It looks like desire. I don't think he's having fun anymore.
He looks like he's a step slower. He doesn't look like he's as sharp as he used to be. If I'm the Miami Heat, I like that deal simply. Ticket brought up Kyle Lowry. I'm thinking about Gary Trent. That he shows up that second unit.
It's a good piece.
I'm thinking it because they don't really get much on that second unit in Miami. And to get Gary Trent, that's another piece on their second unit that can bolster whatever it is that they're doing. Absolutely, I do that.
He's a 6th man of the year type of guy because he's just and he's a bucket.
Yes.
But over him, I would do the Kyrie deal over him if it's there. I would do the Lowry and whatever for Kyrie first. I mean, I think bringing a dynamic guy like that, I think you need that because when you look at those playoff series, they never have a guy.
Is that on the table though? Ticket?
No.
Like this one's
no. Yes. Miami's always been one of the teams. It's been Miami, the Lakers that have been interested in Kyrie Irving. And listen, like I said, Kyrie is one of the guys you need in a series like that because every time you watch Miami, they need another guy besides Jimmy that can break the defense down. It's like Jimmy's the only one out there that can break the D down and go get a bucket. And remember that last shot he missed last year, that 3? If you have Kyrie out there in that type of possession, you feel better about having a better chance of winning that game if it came down to one possession and you need and you don't have to worry about your one guy being gassed because, I mean, honestly, he gets hurt too much because he does too much. Jimmy Butler, he's always hurt now. He's always nicked up. He needs another guy who can just take over the game, man. And I think that if you get a guy like Kyrie Irving who can take over the game, and then with the discipline they got down there with the Heat, the whole Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, vibe down there, I think that if you do get in one of them series against Boston and it goes to a game 7, Kyrie Irving has the experience in those situations, to me, to help get you over the hump. I think without him, if you just get a Gary Trent Jr., I don't think that moves the needle against a team like Boston or somebody else. And I'm not saying that Kyrie's just going to come in and be a world beater. I'm just saying he gives you another guy that can take over the game at any time and give Jimmy Butler relief. That's what Miami needs. They need another guard or wing that can just take it over.
But the difference is that Bam has been playing a lot better. That's where the difference comes in. Bam has been playing a lot better. He's been a lot more aggressive offensively, which I said this before the season started, that every time Ticket, you talk about guys getting on guys, and everybody was talking about, Bam needs to be traded. No, and I'm not going to curse, but it boiled me because I'm thinking, hold this dude accountable. Make him get better. Do not let him off the hook with just trading him. And not only did they not do that, they demanded that he got better, and he did. We're talking about a guy in Bam who I think over the last 8 games, I think he's like 24 and 11. So you're getting more production from him, right? Now, to get another wing guy like Kyrie Irving, I think that adding him to the roster, I think that takes away from some of Bam's offense. Not only does it take away from some of Bam's offense, I also think it takes away from Bam's confidence too. Because I think Bam is playing a lot.
Bro, I disagree because Jimmy's always been a player to prove he'll take a step back. If Kyrie comes, Jimmy's proven that, look, I will be a second or third guy, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just be here when it's time for it to go down. Jimmy's hasn't been
a guy. He's about winning. I don't think he cares.
He's not a guy that's going to say, hey, man, I got to be the first option. He ain't that dude. Jimmy Butler's a guy who will be happy averaging 18, 19 points. And then when you get to the big games, he'll be right down there down the stretch. I think that's better for him too, to be honest with you. And I don't think that you lose focus on Bam. I think having Kyrie out there frees up Bam even more because it takes the defense. It gives them something else to focus on, bro. They have nothing to focus on except Jimmy down there, bro. And it's unfair to
on the perimeter, not overall. Just
can we do a speed round? Can we do on that super chat, Ron? I like that super chat.
Yeah, for sure. And we about to get into all the super chats. Matter of fact, I have a disclaimer in terms of super chats. So it's been a lot of disgruntled super chatters, and I just want to say to you that I'm trying my best to get to everybody's super chat because everybody up here, we all appreciate every super chat. So keep bringing the super chats, keep showing us love. I will, from here on out, put every super chat on the screen. Whether it will get read, who knows? It's a lot going on up here. It's a lot. We got a lot that we're talking about. On top of that, we have a time limit on our show. So when we reach our hard cap, we reach our hard cap. Right. But your super chat will get shown on the screen, and it may get read. It's a good chance that it will be. Ticket or Fluent, you wanna talk about this one?
Well, I'll do the one that I had to. We can do this one first. I like this. One. I like this one just as a quick, not a half an hour discussion.
Do any of you rank Kawhi over KD all time, peak, and why? No, I don't.
Yes, defense, peak, just peak. Like when healthy, peak. Kawhi's a better two-way player
when he's healthy.
Yeah, well, that's peak health. Yeah, peak and health.
When he's healthy, was he just as good?
Yeah, I have Kawhi over KD in that one scenario, just because he's a better two-way player. like significantly better defender, like that the offense is made up for, and some because of what he brings on defense.
So if that's true, Tone, if that's true, then what was his peak? What was it, 3 years?
It might have been like 3 weeks, but that's
right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, his peak was 2019 playoffs. That's all I know. That's all I know.
We're talking about KD. We're talking about KD, who was at the top of the game for years.
And
now,
if
don't get me
you're doing
wrong.
career, if you're doing longevity, all that kind of stuff,
We're talking about peaks. We're talking about peaks.
Not close. In your scenario, it's KD is not, but in this particular scenario, it's
that's what I'm talking about. We're just talking about peak, a 3 year peak. So okay, KD,
3 year.
Okay, so okay, go ahead.
Marz. Well, an easy question for that is this, and I asked Marz, do you think that if you took KD and changed him on that team with Kawhi and the Raptors, do you think KD could have won the championship with that same Raptors team Kawhi won with?
Ticket. I was going to ask this question too. Go ahead, Marz. I want to.
Yes, I think he could have won.
I do.
You think
I don't think that's an indictment on Kawhi to say that. Though. I just think that Toronto team was so great. You get any elite scorer, in my opinion, at the wing position. I think they win.
No.
Why not?
That Raptor team needed, and I was there. I watched every single game, and I'm telling you, they needed Kawhi's leadership on defense. And KD couldn't have done that. They wouldn't have been able to build the wall against Giannis. They wouldn't have been able to allow Gasol and the help down on Embiid in the Philadelphia series because Kawhi was locking up whoever he had to lock up, be it Jimmy Butler or whoever. They wouldn't have been able to do the things they did defensively to stop that Sixers and Bucks team. So no, I don't think that's the case.
I didn't see the Kawhi leadership defensively that you saw. For me, it was always Kyle Lowry leading that defense, in my opinion. Even in the Bucks series, I've said I think Kyle Lowry was more impactful in that series alone than Kawhi Leonard. I also think you can build the wall because what you needed was Marc Gasol on the back line, Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry taking charges. You needed those guys more than you needed a Kawhi at the point of attack on Giannis. Because I think Kawhi was great in that series, no doubt, but that wall behind him is what made him look like he was defending Giannis better than he was. Because when that wall couldn't get set up, Giannis was killing Kawhi, in my opinion, from what I saw.
It's not your opinion, Marz. That's a fact. That's not your opinion.
So both of you then go back and watch the series. Hold on. I'm sorry to get 1 sec. Go back and watch the series. Yep. Watch how many times it's Kawhi tipping balls and then Lowry's getting a steal, tipping balls and Siakam getting a steal, starting the fast break, stealing the ball and getting out in the fast break, hitting out the shots. That's I'll leave that. Yes, KD's going to do what he does on offense. I'm not worried about. But on defense, go back and watch it because you saw Lowry taking the charges, you saw Marc Gasol, but all of that was started because of Kawhi.
I think that
I asked y'all that question because I just wanted to say this. If he said yes, he thought that. My question would then be this. Well, don't you guys think that Toronto would have pulled the trigger on the deal this summer to get KD if they felt like KD could do the same thing Kawhi could do for them?
They were this close. If it was Scotty Barnes, that's the only reason they didn't do it.
Right? No. I'm saying no. But even that, forget Scotty Barnes. I'm just saying if you're running the Raptors and you think you bringing KD in, even if it's for Scotty, get you another championship, do you do it, Fluent?
Today.
Okay. So do you think the Raptors? Do you think the Raptors thought that KD could get him another chip?
I think that they thought. I'm sorry, Tone. Go ahead.
I think that they clearly didn't, or else they would have done it. I think they were also thinking long term.
This team isn't built like the 2019 team.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't a team. Yeah, great point, Marz. This isn't a team that was going, had the best record in the league, going in, deep into the playoffs and losing to one guy and was that one superstar away. This team right now is a young team that they're building. So if they thought that, yes, bringing in KD would get them to multiple chips, yes, they would have done it. Giving up their young core because they wanted Siakam, Barnes, and Gary Trent maybe, and a piece. Like they wanted so much for KD that it would have dismantled the team, and then they're not a contender. And then it's basically KD on Brooklyn without Kyrie. So it takes them out of contention, all the stuff that they wanted back.
So after the 16-17 season,
but if I may, sorry, just quickly. But if they thought they were a KD for Pascal 1-for-1, like they were Kawhi for DeMar, 1-for-1 deal, away from a championship? Yeah, they do it in a heartbeat. Of course they do. Of course.
I think that Raptors team, if they got KD on that squad, I think that
he's talking about this year.
Even this year, but I'm thinking about this.
I want to talk about 2019 though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about 2019, and I'm thinking about that Raptors team as how good they were defensively, right? So if you take DeMar DeRozan off that lineup, and then you add Kevin Durant, now don't get me wrong, Kawhi Leonard makes them better defensively, but you also got Marc Gasol on that team, who's also a really good defender. You got Kyle Lowry as a defender I think Kyle Lowry was at the head of the attack as a defender on the wing. And then you're going to add in 2019, if Kevin Durant is healthy, you're going to add 28 a game, 29 a game to that roster.
Chill. This is where I gotta push back on you though.
You're thinking the wrong.
Kawhi was giving you that.
You're thinking the wrong Gasol, right? Because he was a step slower. You're forgetting that their backcourt consisted of Lowry and Fred VanVleet, 2 5'0" point guards.
Danny Green was there.
Danny Green was there.
Don't even bring up Danny Green, bro.
He was playing well in the playoffs.
Danny Green was Danny Green.
Danny Green was there. Yeah, he was there. Sure. Yeah, he was there.
In the finals.
Yeah, he was there. I was there too. So those two guys are getting picked on in the post by bigger guards. And so that's where kind of where I think Kawhi made the difference for them, because they were small up front with Fred and with Lowry. And
I also think with KD they play a lot fast.
To Ron's point, you were getting that scoring from Kawhi anyways. So
Kawhi averaged 30, almost 10 rebounds in that series, 9.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block.
Yeah, I think he was 31.
I don't think you get all of that from KD. I don't know.
I think it's made up. Well, number one, I think that they score more, and the reason why they score more because with KD, I think the game is faster. I think they score
more. Yeah,
yeah. I think the game is faster with KD. I don't think they play as slow as they do with Leonard. Add that to the fact that I think those other guys make up for it because KD offensively, like a lot of that, what Kawhi Leonard was doing offensively, that was because a lot of stuff that Kawhi Leonard got was one-on-one. I mean, nobody thought Kawhi Leonard was that good offensively until he showed what he was showing. So a lot of that stuff was one-on-one. With KD stepping on the floor, he's demanding a double team. He's demanding quite possibly a triple team. So I think a lot of those guys would get more open looks. That team would play. I think they play a little bit faster. It'd be hard. It's difficult for me to.
I don't know if he gets hurt in the finals, then they lose to the Warriors.
Yeah, that's
Can't
true.
argue with that.
That's true too.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. We have a crazy segment coming up next.
Can we do one? Can we do one? Let me.
No. We're gonna get into all the super chats. I just want to show the people everything that we're about to do over here. So you see the 5 tiers that we have up here. We're going to put every last team up here in one of these tiers. The top tier, you have the Larry O'Brien Trophy. As you know, that's the NBA championship trophy. That's the highest tier. That means you are a championship contender. The next tier is a playoff threat. That means you will at least go to the second round or have the potential to go to the second round or deeper. Next is, the play-in range, anywhere from 7 to 10. The next tier is the lottery tier. The bottom tier, and last but not least, is the Victor Wembanyama tier, and that means you are
tanking garbage.
We're going to go ahead and get into that right now. While we're doing that, we're going to get into super chats as well. Fluent, you have a super chat that was brought to you.
And I found a way to bring it back up. It's a super chat from Lint Liquors. How do you not bring up a super chat from someone named Lint Liquors? Can the Warriors, and this is for Marz, because Marz has been quiet this show. Can the Warriors win it again? Can the Warriors repeat? We're starting with Marz.
They can. I think whether or not they will is a different story. I think it's entirely dependent on Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole. For me, I think if those guys play to the level I guess most people expect from them, which is Klay Thompson making his wide open shots, not taking terrible shots, just playing within himself, and Jordan Poole also playing within himself, not over dribbling, not carrying the ball every possession, not traveling, just playing within the Golden State offense. I think and then the defense has to be better in terms of the bench, where Jonathan Kuminga's looked better of recent. the bench overall has looked better with Dante DiVincenzo coming back. So I think with the bench stepping up, you would need Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson to play how they can play for them to repeat. But I don't think by any stretch they're the favorites, even in the West. I think now they're in the contender tier, whereas going into the season, most people had them as the favorites, which is, I think they've fallen off of that, but I think they have the ability to win.
Sure.
Marz, but why not, Marz? Steve Kerr says that Draymond Green is an all-star candidate this year. I mean, Draymond's an all-star, right? He's a $100 million man. He's supposed to have the biggest effect on the team. So if $100 million man is playing at an all-star level, how the hell you ain't sure that the Golden State Warriors can run it back? Because you said that, just like the rest of them said, that Draymond Green is the man. He the guy that steers the straw that stirs the cup. That's what y'all say, right?
I didn't even think the Warriors.
Yeah, what you think he is? You sit there and talk about Klay. You talk about Klay. You talk about Poole. You talking about everybody else except for Draymond Green. Once again, Draymond Green allegedly supposed to be playing this all-star level, and y'all give y'all.
Hold on, Ticket. Let me ask you then.
Don't take up for him.
I think Draymond Green's been playing. I think Draymond's been playing great this year.
Fluent. He got to stand on that. He got to stand on that fire. Fluent.
I think Draymond's been playing great this year.
He said Fluent.
Let me ask you a question, Ticket.
Go ahead.
Is Draymond playing any better or worse than he played last year?
That's who he
A
is.
walking cesspool. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. No. Listen.
I'm getting to a
all
point.
this stuff he's doing. All this stuff. Why the hell they getting the hell beat out of him? Why is the Golden State Warriors? Hold on. Fluent. Why did the Golden State Warriors get their ass kicked by a depleted Indiana Pacers team in Golden State? If Draymond Green's $100 million man,
they lost yesterday. I'm assuming because
is he
Steph
playing
Curry
wrong with you?
I'm assuming because Steph Curry couldn't make a shot. I'm assuming that's why.
If Draymond's playing the same, Steph is playing better than last year. Klay, who's now getting healthier, is playing better than last year.
They still losing.
So, hold on. So if you got your three best players are playing better than they did last year when they won, because let me answer the super chat. So if they're all playing better than they did, now they lost Gary Payton, they lost some defense, they lost Otto Porter, whatever. What they need is I think those players, I think Poole's even probably better than he was last year. I'm not saying he's playing better, but I think he's better. So if all your top 4 or 5 players are better than they were last year, I just think it's a matter of where you're going to get the defense from. They didn't have Marz's favorite player, Wiseman, last year. So they need him. They need him to play a role, right? They need Kuminga to play a role and do some things defensively. And yeah, I think they do have a chance to win it again.
But hold on. But y'all said Draymond Green can do Fluent. Y'all said Chilltown said he'd rather have Draymond going forward than a young fella. So what the hell are we talking about? Hold on. He said he'd rather have him than Jordan Poole going forward. He said that y'all stood up here and y'all listen. They talked about Draymond Green. No, I'm talking about him. These two clowns, number 1 above me and number 2 in Marz. They sit up here and praise.
I ain't gonna beat too many more clowns.
They praise Draymond Green. But Draymond Green allegedly is playing this great basketball this year, and the Warriors getting the hell beat out of him. So what's the excuse? You know what the excuse is?
Draymond's been playing well,
role.
So
the other guys aren't playing their role.
Now you're more fluent.
So now hold on. But I thought that's what Draymond Green does. I thought he gives everybody their role. I thought he's the emotional leader. Cut the crap.
That's not crap though, Ticket. It's not. Not only is it not crap.
So why they lose? Why did they lose to a depleted Indiana team at home?
They lost yesterday because Steph Curry couldn't make a shot. And when we're talking about
so now it was Steph Curry's fault, right? Get the hell out of here, man.
The game that you were speaking about, the one game that you just spoke about,
what about the other 12 games?
Well, if you let me finish before you cut me off.
What about the other 12 games, lad? What about the other 12 games?
Well, then shut up and let me talk. Then what the fuck? The reason why that they were losing this season is because the bench consistently has not been performing. If you want to look at how the Golden State Warriors have been performing with Draymond Green on the court, the net swing with Draymond Green is 24 points per 100 possessions. That means that the Golden State are playing at an elite level with Draymond Green. So you can believe what you want. you can believe what you want to believe, but the
They're
fact of the
getting
matter
their
is,
ass kicked
with
at an elite
Draymond Green
level, lad.
on the court versus off the
Getting their
court,
ass
there is a
kicked at an elite level.
24-point swing.
I don't want to hear
So
no
the fact of
excuses.
the matter is, the Warriors with Draymond Green on the court are performing excellently.
And they
Without
still
Draymond
get their
Green
ass-
on the court, without Andrew Wiggins on the court, without Steph Curry on the court, the Golden State Warriors are losing by 100 possessions on a 20-point swing. That's not on Draymond Green. All you have to
Too
do
bad
is
it's a
watch the
team game,
games
young fella.
instead of
Too
just
bad
playing
it's a
the
team
box
game.
score and seeing Draymond Green averaging 8 points and assuming he's doing nothing. Anyone who can analyze a basketball game can see that Draymond Green is playing very well defensively. He's passing excellently. Offensively, he's even been making his threes this year. So anyone who
First of all,
watches Golden State can see that Draymond Green is far from the problem. So
First
just
of all,
maybe watch
Draymond Green, hold on.
basketball
First of
instead
all,
of pushing
Draymond Green is
agendas
a
and we'll
whole
be
problem,
fine.
boy. Draymond Green is a whole problem. And I beg to counter on you. Now put me on the tight Zoom, Ron. I beg to counter with you, boy. Draymond Green is a whole problem. First of all, he's a delusional prick, right? What he did was he went up there, opened his rabbit ass mouth. He turned his back on Stephen Waddell Curry to get on his knees for LeBron James and Clutch Sports. He sat up there, laughed at with LeBron's people when they was talking down on Stephen Curry. That's a fact. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. That's supposed to be your
That's got nothing to do with his game. What does this have to do with his game?
He doesn't talk about basketball. He can't analyze the game. He just talks about agendas and narratives. That's what he does.
This scrub who luckily has 4 rings off the back of Stephen Curry, gonna sit up here and disrespect the great Michael Jordan. What the hell is wrong with you? Sit down and shut the hell up, man. The Golden State Warriors with Draymond Green doing his fake $100 million man stuff y'all talk about stink. And it's just that I don't want to hear about no stats. I don't want to hear about none of that. You guys told me that he was the difference in them winning championships. Well, he's on the court and he can't win a game. Sit down and shut the hell up.
No, that's not true, Ticket. I mean, we're going to completely leave out the fact that the Golden State Warriors had 13 points off the bench last night.
Jay, hold on. Sorry, Jay. Can I just quickly, what the fuck is wrong with everybody in the chat saying about the old heads? Like, aren't you and I disagreeing with Ticket right now?
Like this? Like that?
The future is now old, man.
The two oldest people on here are disagreeing, and you're all old head. Like,
oh, and by the way, Marz, I had a good conversation with Dub right before the show, like literally right before the show. And he said that he wanted me to tell you, I'm sorry I'm telling you this an hour and a half into the show. He said he wanted me to tell you to come up here and cook the shit out of these old bastards. Word for word out of Dub's mouth. He said, come up here and cook the shit out of these old bastards.
Well, Dub would have to say it because he can't do it himself. All right, moving on.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this tier right here, right now. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to go in this simple order. We're going to go chill. Marz, Ticket, Fluent. Easy, right?
Yeah.
All right. Round 1 and round 5, I'm going to allow you guys to choose the team that you want to choose that's on the board. So chill, you can choose any team in the NBA and put them in their tier.
Okay.
What we're going to do is before every team is picked, we're going to read a super chat.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we're going to do it after. Go ahead, Chill. I want you to go first. You choose the team that you want.
Okay. Milwaukee contender.
Larry O'Brien?
Larry O'Brien, yes, sir.
Milwaukee has been placed and they are off the board. Now, let's get into this first super chat. Christopher D at the beginning of the show chimed in. He said, Amari ain't even in the convo. Defensive metrics, Pau clears. Better rebounder, passer, playmaker, shot blocker, floor spacer, and mid-range shooter.
I'm not sure I agree with the mid-range shooter.
That's the last. Stats mid-range game was impeccable. He always hit that J. So you a liar on that. Amari was just as effective in the pick and roll. Amari Stoudemire was a very good shot blocker too. He was a very good help defender. Shut the hell up.
All right, Marz, it is on you.
Houston Rockets, Victor Wembanyama.
Garbage.
Y'all picking the easy ones.
Garbage. Garbage.
Next super chat. Let's go ahead and get into it. Christopher T tapped in back to back. He said Ticket brings up 08, but won't talk about Pau outperforming Dwight and KG in back-to-back finals.
Yeah, hey, hold on. That's easy work because the first finals, Pau got smoked by KG, young fella. In the next finals, guess what? Dwight Howard led his own team to the finals. Pau Gasol got carried to the finals by Kobe Bryant. Sit down, shut the hell up, and whenever I get the show Ticket versus the world, you bring the jabroni ass in here, and I'm gonna step up and walk you
I don't know if he got carried, but Dwight sure did a good job getting to the finals.
Yes, he did.
He led his own team to the finals. Meanwhile, this boy was getting smoked in the first round. This is why I told y'all, Fluent, we cool. Marz, I respect you. You can sit in here with the big dogs, but these jabronis in the comment section, when it's Ticket versus the world, I'm smoking anything in my area.
Ticket versus the world coming soon to the Players Choice Network.
Let me also that other dude stole your copywritten. Anyways, go ahead.
Ooh.
We got some thieves. We got some thieves.
Ticket, it's on you. Any team that you want. That's still left.
Lakers, Larry O'Brien.
Ooh.
Ooh. Wow.
You heard it here first from TICKETtv.
Hot take. Ticket got the Lakers winning the NBA championship. Hot take.
Wow.
Gotta love it.
Super chat from Isaac Ford. He said Boozer and Josh Smith were better than Stoudemire.
Boy, smack yourself with a bottle of baby oil, man.
Well, that means there's 3 guys that were better than Pau.
Josh Smith was not better than Pau.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Yeah.
Fluent, where you want to go with it?
Oh, they left me an easy one. I'll take the Celtics. Larry O.B.
Yeah.
Best team in the NBA by far.
Well, then I'll put them up here for you.
Yeah, you put them right there. That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Next super chat that we need to get to. Chris White said Kobe manipulates the entire defense to get guys open. What are you talking about?
That's correct.
That was fun. I mean, that was Chill's stupidity. Go ahead.
Kobe manipulates the defense. Let me make sure I'm understanding that correctly.
Yeah.
Kobe manipulates the defense to get everybody open. Only except he doesn't distribute like that.
No, but he just gets them open. He doesn't have to pass to him, but he gets them open.
Okay.
That's not true. Hey, Fluent, that's not true. That's not true. Kobe did the same thing with Pau.
Don't overrate him.
He did the same thing with Pau he did with Shaq. Kobe used to break the D down, dish it to Shaq. Shaq used to get those nasty 2-hand dunks all the time. He did the same thing with Pau. Cut it out, man.
That is true. That is true. He didn't pass to anybody else, though, because they weren't worthy.
No, he was.
Chill.
My turn.
You have the no. You got the Philadelphia 76ers now. It's no more picks.
No more picks. 76ers. They're a playoff threat.
Got it. Christopher D. He said, now talk about what Pau did to KG in 2010.
You easy work once again. Hey, keep bringing them super chats, dog, because I'm gonna keep cooking your monkey ass. Listen, straight like this, right? He did better that year because Andrew Bynum was back that series. Janet Jackass. Andrew Bynum was playing the center that year, and Pau Gasol went back to the 4, so he didn't have to deal with KG. Now, if you know basketball, you wouldn't mess with a real dude like me, and you'll know your homework. So sit down, shut the hell up, and watch me shine. Let's go.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Chris White said LeBron would have traded Pau Gasol quick as fuck.
Why would he do that? No way he would have traded him.
Yeah, he would, because he got the most trades in NBA history. That's why.
Why would he have traded him? I mean, Gasol works for what he does. No. Gasol is absolutely no. There's no way, buddy. That James would have
Let AD get hurt one more time. He gonna be
whoa. Ticket. That's not the same thing. Because if AD gets everybody trading AD, so that's not even close to the same thing. No, it ain't. So kill that. That's not close to the same thing. We're talking about a dude in terms of health as opposed to his game. No.
Christopher D said Ticket gets on Marz about stats, but quick to go to his notes.
That's a lie. I don't have no notes. That's why I be getting the ears wrong, and I have to ask Fluent or one of them other dudes are low when he's on here to check it out. So, Ant, wrong. Try again, sucker.
All right, Marz, it's on you. You have the Washington Wizards. And Marz, how do you feel about Ticket's notes, supposedly?
I mean, if Ticket can remember how many points players on the Memphis Grizzlies were averaging in 2005 off the top of his head, then credit to him. And if he can go down, if he can read it in the order that it's on Basketball Reference without checking Basketball Reference, then credit to him. But so I'm just going to say I'm skeptical.
So you're saying Ticket has the Basketball References favorited in his browser?
I'm going to say when he's trying to remember things like players who were on the Memphis Grizzlies in 2005 when Pau Gasol got swept, I believe he was on Basketball Reference.
Yeah, I don't have a
rating of
computer
the
or
roster.
anything around. Yeah, I don't have a computer or anything around me today, dog. So it's kind of funny. But you know,
all I said is I'm
will
skeptical.
say
If
one
I'm
thing.
wrong,
I will
I'm
say
wrong.
one
I'm
thing.
just
I did.
I'm skeptical.
Hold on. Before the show came on, I did look at Pau Gasol in his Memphis days, so I knew that. But as far as the Lakers days, I already knew. First of all, I already knew Pau Gasol didn't win a playoff game, and I knew who his teammates were because I watched him during that time. And I remember when the trade went down and everything. Fluent. We all remember this. We all remember when Stephen A. Smith came on national TV disrespecting Kwame Brown when the trade went down and stuff like that. We remember. Like it was yesterday.
Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I said Washington Wizards playing.
Mm-hmm.
Washington Wizards in the play-in bracket. All right, another super chat from Isaac Ford. I think a lot of us seen this because we all commented on it. He said Dirk, Bosh, Lee, as in David Lee, KG, Duncan, Powell, Boozer, Smith, Amari. I don't know if he was saying that in order.
Man.
It's looking like it's in order, but wow.
Isaac, are you serious, man? David Lee is not a better player. This is goofy right here. Come on, man. You're just being goofy.
David Lee was an all-star, though. He was there.
I ain't gonna fight that. I'm not fighting that he was an all-star, but he wasn't Pau Gasol.
Hold on. I gotta say this. Hold on. Chill. 1 second. But we do have to put respect on David Lee's name. He did put up 20 and 10. Sure. He was a perennial all-star. And like I said, hold on. We say what you call, and he was on some. Weren't those? Was that Knicks team at least a decent team he was on?
No. What, in 2010? No.
Or was it the Warriors he was over there first with?
With the Warriors. He was on that Warriors team that won the NBA championship. He was on that crew.
No. He wasn't on the crew. No, he wasn't on the one that won the chip. He left before that.
He got traded.
He was there in 2015.
Wasn't he there in 2015?
He played in the playoffs. He
was on that team that won the NBA championship.
Okay. Yeah, he went to the bench by that time. He wasn't.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he got hurt, and then Draymond Green started playing, and then he was out.
So I do remember seeing him in the playoffs during that time.
The Warriors came on board. Ticket. Draymond Green became a starter because of that. That's why they won the chip.
Right.
Chris White said, "Put some respect on AI's name. Nash is overrated as fuck."
That's it. If AI can get you one. Hey, Chill got no excuse for power. Hey, tell the truth, Fluent. Tell the truth and shame the devil. If AI can get you one against Kobe and Shaq,
I just gave you the reason why he was able to do that.
What reason you have.
There's a reason why.
I don't care. Hold on.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why after they played. No, and there's a reason why after they won that next game, they got smoked the next 4 games.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you. Hold on. Chill town.
And I gave you the reason why they won that first game. I already gave it.
Bro, ask your partner in crime, Fluent. That doesn't matter, bro. AI got one game. Hold on. Hey, hold on, bro. AI got one game of the most dominant team in NBA history in the playoffs.
They played in 10 days. They played in 2 weeks.
Bro,
they hadn't played in 2 weeks.
Hold on. It doesn't matter. Hold on.
Yes, it does.
Matter. Bro, listen. What? Bro, the Lakers were at home, bro. All I'm going to say to you is this. Pau Gasol never won a game. Bro, that's different. I ain't talking about a series. I'm saying a game.
Right.
AI drug a way worse team to the finals and got a game, bro. Nobody thought he was going to win it all.
Right. And they were rolling, by the way, coming into that series. The Lakers
were the Sixers worse than the supporting cast that
all
had as
Are you correct, bro? The Grizzlies had, the Grizzlies had youth, athleticism, scoring, and Mike Miller was in his prime. Averaging 18 and a half.
Their second best player was averaging 10 a game in the playoffs, and he was at 13-year vet.
Bro, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
It's not Gasol's fault.
I can tell you that right now. That's not his fault. Add that to the fact that Ticket, why you as a former player, how are you discounting walking in the gym? You haven't stretched, and I just got off beating these dudes. I'm gonna kick your ass. As opposed to you just got finished playing. And I haven't stretched. I haven't done anything. That's the same thing that happened with the Lakers.
Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna say this to you one last time, bro. Bro, the man never won one game, bro.
Right. I understand that part.
Listen. So there are no excuses. We've seen Dirk lead a team and win games. We've seen KG win games. Even though he lost in the first round, he won games. This dude never won a game. You talking about he top 5, power 4 in the league just because he joined Kobe. The hell out of here, man.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me?
Yeah, you had something real quick to say. Go ahead, Dub. Get it off your chest.
Real quick to say, because Fluent said some shit. Fluent said some shit earlier, so I had to address it. Ron, you made a mistake. I didn't say old bastard. I said old fucks, because these old fucks be lying about shit. Fluent, number one, don't let this bias of the chat fool you. You worse than the rag I used to clean my fucking ball sacks. Don't forget that. And anyone who watches Gridiron knows how bad you are. Number two, you talking about cooking. This coming from the same man that said Magic Johnson will play center in today's day. I'm not hearing cooking. That's lies. Like I said, Marz, keep cooking these old fucks, bro, because they be lying about shit. They be lying about it, bro. But that's all I got to say. I got to take care of my dog, man.
Hey, Dub.
What's up, Ticket?
Man, come on, you my boy, man. But get your John B. looking ass.
Get your ass out there.
Ticket, listen, I love you too, bro. But these guys be Ticket. Do you think Magic Johnson plays center in today's day?
Why not? Why can't he play the 5?
Ticket.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna tell you why I agree with Fluent. Fluent, my boy. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say one thing though. I'm gonna say one thing, Dub. Outside of Embiid, Jokic, who else do we have to deal with?
Bro, Magic Johnson ain't that good defensively to be running that shit.
But I'm saying outside of Embiid and Jokic, who else do we have to deal with, bro? We've seen LeBron James play center in the NBA, bro.
It wasn't good. If you don't think that LeBron James could play center for an extended period of time, there's no way I could say him.
No, but I'm saying I agree with I agree with what Fluent said, because it's only like 2 or 3 good big men in the NBA, centers.
So let me ask you this. You think LeBron James can run the 5 for a whole season?
In this NBA? Yes.
Nah, I'm done. You said I ain't got time, bro. I ain't got time.
Bro, it's only 3 good centers in the NBA.
Dude, why do we waste our time? He's too in his feelings. He's got hate. No one else cares about him enough to hate him. Like there's no feelings. Wow. Let's move on.
Wow, I love you, Dub. That's not true. You got one person at least. Okay. All right. Let's next super chat.
You gotta thank Marz every day for that.
TC the Don said, chill. Even AD got a game off of the Warriors.
With the Warriors. Yeah, he did get a game off. Okay, so don't leave out the fact that Rondo was on that crew. Don't leave out the fact that Drew Holiday was on that crew. Don't make it sound like that he was running around with a bunch of okay guys. He was running around with some elite players. So chill out with that.
And that's that. Now we have our next opponent. And Ticket, you have the Atlanta Hawks. Where are you going to place them?
No, I ain't got the Hawks.
Yeah,
I got I put the Clippers in the play-in.
No. You gotta go in order now.
We gotta go in order now. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going with the Hawks. I'm going with them in the play-in, man. I don't trust the Hawks, man. You got old boy arguing with the coach. Don't want to come. Don't want to listen. Yeah, they're in the play.
Trae Young.
Yeah, man. Playing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Next super chat from the Boss 5. He said, rank these 4 championship teams: 98 Bulls, 2010 Lakers, 16 Cavs, and the 2021 Bucks.
Lakers first, 2010. Bulls 98 second, third the Cavs, and then the Bucks last.
I'm flipping the 10 Lakers and the 16 Cavs, and the Bucks is last. I'm keeping the Bulls at number 1 though.
I got Bulls, Cavs, Lakers, Bucks.
Yeah.
Bulls, Lakers, Cavs, Bucks, right in order the way that he typed it.
Okay.
Ozzy said Sharp, K Johnson, and 3 1s for AD. Who says no? Shade and Sharp, I'm assuming.
Portland saying no. Portland ain't doing that. Portland is not doing that. We talking about who says no. Portland saying no. They ain't doing that. There's a reason why Simons is as good as he is, because they developed him and turned him into that. They're doing the same thing with Sharp. The same exact thing with him.
By the way, Sharp is a stud.
Yes, he is.
Ifs, ands, or buts.
Yes, he is. They're doing the same thing with him.
Fluent, it's on you next. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers. What direction are you going?
I can't read that, but that second one says what? Playoff threat?
Play in. It says playoff threat. Play in.
Yeah.
Lottery.
Playoff threat, right next to the 76ers there. Because you said like second threat to make the second round, right?
Yep.
Second round or deeper than that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Devon Williams said Malcolm Brogdon for 6 man.
That's a legit.
Russ is winning that.
Russell Westbrook.
He is Russ winning it, but that's a legit argument though. Malcolm Brogdon is absolutely in the conversation. He coming off the bench. I think he averaging double figures, and he one of the better second unit guards. He bolstering that second unit for them. So yeah, Malcolm Brogdon is in the conversation. Russ is the 6th man of the year though. I think he is, but Brogdon is in that conversation, no doubt.
And with that being said, Drink More Water chimed in and said, who's been a better 6 man? Westbrook averaging 15, 5, and 8 on 49% true shooting, or Bobby Portis averaging 14, 10, and 2 on 60% true shooting? How we feel about this, fellas?
Russ.
Westbrook.
Yeah, Russ. And the reason why I'm saying Russ is because Russ does more. Now, Portis, I mean, his ability to rebound, it helps the fact that, you know, he running with Brook Lopez and Giannis. And those dudes are on the floor at the same time. Russ, on the other hand, I mean, who is Russ? Russ dealing to AD, but Russ is also playing like Russ, and he's even in the secondary role, he playing like Russ. So when I think about Russ, I think Russ is the better. I think he's the best bench player in the game.
Let's be clear. When
go ahead,
LeBron, because I'm seeing this new super chat. LeBron can't play center for the whole season. LeBron or Magic, if he was playing in this day and age, a point, which is also what I said, a 0.45 man. Yeah, they both could do that easily for a whole season, 100%.
My thing is Draymond plays center.
LeBron is playing a 0.4 anyways. He's really playing power forward, and like, so I don't know anyone who says that and just not paying attention.
And he played the 5 in Miami too.
And like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Fluent. In the 90s, he couldn't do it because of all the bigs.
No. But I'm saying now.
No, man, come on, bro. Y'all act like that's something special.
Yo, Chill, it's on you next. You have the Detroit Pistons. How ironically.
Victor Wembanyama.
He gets all the layups.
Yep. Victor Wembanyama. Garbage. And the fact that Cade's been out for the way he's been out, I don't know how much longer. What is his name? The head coach of Detroit is going to be there. I think that they're moving on from him.
That's too bad.
Casey. I think they're moving on from him after this season. I think that they need to go. I think that they're going to go younger.
They should. I think they should too.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time with the super chat. He said, Lakers is my squad ticket, but I ain't falling for the cat, bro. AD will be hurt by next month, and the Lakers will be bad again.
See, I can't win to lose with y'all. If I say AD's Terry Claw, y'all call me a hater.
Yeah.
If I say AD's balling, ticket, man, you're a hypocrite. You guys said it was a man. I can't win to lose on this channel, boy. I tell you what,
it's goofy. I'm telling you, deal with a lot of goofies. Ticket.
People think things don't change.
Yeah,
that's what drives me crazy. It's just like I said this 2 months ago. But you know how much has changed in 2 months?
Yeah, a lot of good. I said less than a month ago, the Lakers the worst team in the league.
Yeah,
are they still the worst team in the league? No.
Hey, that's the thing about basketball, and that's the thing that all of us have to deal with as basketball influencers. Is basketball goes like this. It goes up and down, up and down.
Everything does.
Yo, think about it. Just think about it. So you can easily say that this is LeBron James' possibly worst season in his career, right? But if LeBron James comes and just has a tear over the month of January, let's say, he can easily do this, average 32, 8 and 8. It's LeBron that we're talking about. He can average 32, 8 and 8. People be saying, LeBron's back. He's an MVP candidate. Now the Lakers for championships.
Yeah. And that all he always does. Take a couple of shots at HGH. Like, it'll happen. Watch.
Bro, they talked about me so bad when you put up that video talking when we all agreed pretty much, except for one, on Rasheed Wallace in this era being better than AD. AD had a 55-point game. They come talking to me, ticket. But they didn't even look who AD was playing against. Yeah, he played a great game, but he's playing against Gafford, man. Come on, bro. Rasheed Wallace playing against the best. He's playing against the best big man in the NBA history in his era. In his era in Portland, am I lying, Chilltown and Fluent? It was night to night. He was playing against the best bigs in NBA history on that level. To be honest with you,
Ticket. I don't think it's so much that they like think you're lying. I just don't think they really remember Rasheed Wallace and how good he is.
That's all it is.
That's neither
really
here nor there. Hassan Sattar came with the super chat. He said, "Who's the most overrated player in your opinion? Who is the player that you never rated highly, that your peers rated highly, both past and present?"
Present John Morant. Past, I guess, Allen Iverson. I guess.
Allen Iverson, man, boy, don't do that, boy. Don't do that.
Ticket, you gotta. Before we go any further, Ticket, we gotta remember.
Jay knows this. I can never say anything about Allen Iverson because he still has my ankles. Jay, right. Jay knows that already.
Now you got Ticket. You got to remember now what we talk about. We talk about overrated. When we say overrated, that doesn't mean that your game is garbage.
Yeah,
no, that doesn't mean you garbage. What it means is some people think you're the best player in the game. That's overrated. That doesn't mean you ain't the. That doesn't mean you ain't the third. That doesn't mean you ain't the third best player in the game.
Who overrated AI?
People still try to tell me that he's better than James Harden. That's overrated.
He is.
Yeah, so I think you overrate him. Like, now what? I think you overrate him.
AI has done. Hold on. AI has done what James Harden can't do.
Playoffs, Marz.
That's cool. I still think James Harden's a better player than
in the playoffs, Marz.
Any game ever.
You got James Harden over AI in the playoffs?
Yes, but AI had one run, and that's AI's career was minimized to 2001.
AI was consistently getting out of the first round, bro. James Harden had been a failure.
AI has made it past the second round one time in his life.
James Harden has consistently fell apart in the playoffs year after year, bro. AI never did that. Cut it out.
That's AI has made it past the first round. Second
round. You're not hearing me. I'm telling you.
I heard you.
James Harden has consistently come up small in the playoffs. You tell me where AI was the one who came up small. It was always James Harden who came up small in the biggest moments in the playoffs, man.
And I still think he's better than AI.
Man, cut it out, man. Y'all gonna put some respect on Bubba Chuck's name, man.
Like I said, I think you're overrated.
Yeah, all right. Well, you praising a dude with titties. So be quiet.
I'm not praising James Harden by saying he's better than AI. I'm just saying
that's praising James Harden, man. Cut it out, bro. And see, that's what let me know. That's what let me know you still wear shitty diapers, boy. Because you didn't even get to see AI. If you really saw AI and you lived through that, hold on. If you do that, ask my boy Chill, ask Fluent. If you lived through AI,
ask me. You would never ask me. Hey, it's a reason I had braids. I had armbands
like that, boy.
All right, Marz.
There's a reason I stopped playing basketball.
Fluent, can we hear the story?
No.
I just remember the first time I saw that left to right crossover and I was frightened. I thought to myself, that's dangerous. You could get hurt getting close to that. They might have to do something. I don't know if we should outlaw that in the NBA. That looked like that's dangerous.
The first time he dribbled it right into my hand and I got a steal. And I was feeling really good about myself, but I know I didn't steal it. He dribbled it into my hand.
There's a difference. Not the same thing.
What was this at?
The second time he put me on fucking skates. And I just saw Blur go by me. And I was like, I'm never playing this game again. I can't do it. And I was like, switch. I'll be honest. There's nothing I could do. I can't stay in front of you. You crazy.
Where was this at?
Georgetown. It was back Georgetown versus West Virginia. We played an exhibition game. And I had to guard him on a switch. Never again. I'll admit it. I'm not like him. I didn't play him one-on-one. I didn't score 9. Just right by me.
Hey, you check off all the boxes. More heart, more desire, more will. Man, I mean, you just look at it, bro. Even though we ain't talking about it, he's a better defender than James Harden. Led the league in steals. Come on, man.
He wasn't a better defender than James Harden. But okay.
I told you before, bro.
Ready to go back to KD being the most overrated? Oh, we're on to another super chat. Okay, go ahead.
Fluent, it's actually on you, and you have the Indiana Pacers.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go. I'm torn between playing and play. So play-in means first round exit.
Yeah.
All right.
From 7 to 10, you're playing team.
No, because I think they're going to be high. I think they're going to be like the 6th seed, but I still think they're going to lose in the first round. So they're not really a playoff threat, right, Ron? Let me say playing. I'll say playing.
I think
But
they. I definitely think. I don't think they're getting out the first round either. But I think they're going to be a tough out, Tone. I think they're going to be a really tough out.
But based on the criteria of second round or deeper.
Ron, you think you slick too? You skipped over that last chat. That fool put up there only averaged 19. That's a drunk dummy who said that. Rasheed Wallace was playing in an era where he was playing against the best big man collection in the history of the NBA. If he was playing in this era with the floor spread out, with as many threes as they shoot, this era, you can ask Chill, you can ask Fluent, you can ask Ron. This era, acquiesce to Rasheed Wallace game. Rasheed Wallace average, guys like Rasheed, let me tell y'all something, and Reggie Miller. We look at Reggie and say, oh, he only averaged 18. In this era, Reggie Miller shooting threes, he averaged around 25, 26 points per game. Easy.
And he got dudes draped all over him back then too. He don't got dudes.
Yo,
he don't got dudes putting his hands
what would Jesus Shuttlesworth kill? Right? Ray Allen's record would be unquestionable if he played this era.
Rasheed played when they didn't shoot threes, yet he could shoot them. He played when the teams were averaging 90 points a game. Like they're averaging 110 today. Like he's gonna average over 20. Like you got to put it into perspective. That's all. Anyways,
Curry never breaks Ray Allen's record if Ray Allen plays in this era.
Marz, you fighting that?
You can laugh. You can laugh.
Marz, you fighting that?
He just passed that. If Ray Allen will shoot as many threes,
I'm fighting that. Yes, the better shooter is going to make more threes than Ray Allen. Yes.
No, now, if Ray Allen played, Ray Allen played in a different era where they shot way less threes, and Steph Curry just passed him not too long ago. What the hell makes you think Ray Allen? Hold on. What makes you think if Ray Allen played in this? Hold on. What makes you think if Ray Allen played in this era and Reggie played in this era where they're shooting damn near 10 threes a game? LeBron James shoots almost 8 to 9 threes a game, bro. So imagine if you shoot Reggie and those other guys shooting damn near 10 threes a game, bro. Them records would be unbeatable, bro.
The difference, though, Ticket, is with Ray Allen as opposed to Steph Curry, there's no defense for a guy who can accurately shoot 25 feet off the bounce. Ray ain't shooting 25 feet off the bounce like Curry is. I think that's where the separator is. The catch and shoot. With the catch and shoot,
I don't know. Chill. He's not doing it in the manner he does it, but he can do it.
No, Ticket. Ray ain't shooting off the bounce like Curry is. No.
I would say
from 25 feet. No, he ain't doing that, Ticket. No. From catch and shoot, I'll give you that all day. Ray Allen, the best catch and shoot. He the best catch and shoot shooter.
Oh, Ray Allen can toss you up in Seattle. Go back and watch Ray Allen from Seattle Supersonics, bro. Cut it out, man.
I grew up watching Ray Allen. I'm from Seattle. I seen it.
If Ray Allen shot as many threes as the guys do today, Curry still. It just takes longer. Curry is a better 3-point shooter than Ray Allen, but he'd still be chasing this record though.
No, but you have to look at the defense too.
The other guy's shooting 9. So yeah, he almost took twice as many.
You gotta look at the D's too. Look at the defense. Ray Allen's playing against way better defense.
We're just talking about shooting.
Right, no, I'm saying his percentage would have been better if he played in an era where they couldn't touch you. If Ray Allen played in this era and was shooting threes the way he could shoot, man, he was Jesus Shuttlesworth. Man, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Right, he is. Right, he is.
Facts.
Pick the player choice, man.
Ticket, he is.
It's not the Players Club.
He is Jesus Shuttlesworth. However, but I'm 100% confident, Ticket, that you've seen Steph Curry, 23, 25 feet, throwing the ball between his legs 2 or 3 times, and it's cash with a hand in his face. As good as Ray Allen is as a catch and shoot guy, and remember, as I said this, I'm gonna say it again for the people in the cheap seats. He's the best catch and shoot player I've ever seen. Better than Reggie Miller, better than Steph Curry, better than Klay Thompson. The separator with Ray Allen and Steph Curry is that off the bounce 25 feet. There's no defense for that. None. And I haven't seen Ray Allen be able to do that like Steph Curry. I haven't.
I love Ray Allen. Hold on. I love Ray Allen. I patterned my shot after Ray Allen. I love Ray Allen. But Steph Curry's the greatest shooter we've ever seen. And that's the end of the discussion.
That's where the separator is with me.
All right, y'all. We're going to keep it pushing. But another thing about Ray Allen that I need you guys to understand is Ray Allen was never just a shooter.
No,
he became that at the end of his career.
Later on.
Yeah, look. Don't get Boston Celtics and Miami Heat out your mind.
That was year 12. That was year 13. He was slowing down at that time. He wasn't I remember Ray Allen, but don't forget Ray Allen. They ended up winning a play. He got his team out the first round. They won a playoff series.
Hey, Ron, before y'all lie on me, before y'all put a bad clip up and lie on me, I never said that Stephen Curry was not a better shooter than Ray Allen. I said if Ray Allen played in this era, where the attempts were more and the game is edged more to the way he played with the shooting threes, him and Reggie. Steph Curry is in year what? What year is it Curry in right now?
14.
He just broke their record a year ago. Last
season. Crazy.
So listen, so if them dudes played their career in this era, man, that should be on steroids. You know how hard it would be to break that record? Cut it out. Look, and listen. We're talking about Steph Curry's record. Watch this. James Harden is a threat to beat Steph Curry.
But ticket, if they're both in the league at the same time, shooting the same number of threes, Steph Curry shoots a higher percentage. So there's no record.
No. Fluent.
Unless you're saying Ray Allen now.
Living Fluent. I know you. Listen, you my brother. You live in the that loca. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Fluent. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying to you that the defenses that Ray Allen and Reggie Miller played against were way tougher than this age. So hold on. So what I'm saying is, if Ray Allen and Reggie Miller played in this era, my analogy is that their percentages would go up higher from the three ball because this game asks more to those 3-point shooters than did the game when they played in the early 90s, where it was more physical, hand checks, guys was able to get up in you. Curry just broke Reggie Miller's record not too long ago, and Reggie played in the era where they only shot 3 threes a game. Curry's out here shooting damn near 10 threes a game, bro, for his whole career. The whole main part. So keep it 100. If Reggie Miller, if you just now in year 14 broke that record, and Reggie played the most of his career in this era, where no hand checks, where he wasn't playing against the best defenders on earth, right? Man, do y'all not know what those records would be? You give Reggie Miller 10 threes a game in this era, you tell me
you think Ray Allen bumps up from 40 to 44, 45,
I think he bumps up from 40 to 42, 40 to 42, and that's a lot. 2% is a lot from the three, right? So, and then listen, not only that,
I still got three.
Right, the amount of three, bro. James Harden can break Steph Curry. If Steph Curry retires in 2 years and James Harden keeps playing, he can break Steph Curry's 3 record. That's crazy.
Oh no, I seen James Harden last night. He ain't look too hot.
No, but I'm saying, no. Look where he's at, right? Hold on. But look where James Harden's at on the list. You wouldn't believe he's that high. James Harden has passed a lot of all these guys. You know why? It's the volume of threes they've been taking in this era with the lack of defense. So cut it out, bro. If you put them other dudes in this era with lesser defense, and Chilltown know this. He know how physical the defense was in that era, bro. So now if you're taking that away and you're letting snipers really shoot the ball, man, where would Peja Stojakovic be? Where would all those other guys be in this era, man? Come on, bro. Cut it out.
All right, fellas, let's get back to this list. Before I do that, actually, let's read a couple more super chats. RH3LA says, show some love to Austin Reeves. Shout out Austin Reeves.
That's definitely Austin Reeves cracking the long ball, no doubt.
My man Bobby E, if you watch the regular Players Choice show on Wednesdays at 12 Eastern time, or 12 p.m. Eastern time, and Sundays, he said the Wolves are going to change some minds in a couple of months. If you've been watching the show, you'll know his Wolves narrative. I don't believe it, but hey.
I'm not giving up on him yet. Ticket telling me that they're going to make me cry, but I ain't giving up on him yet.
I've been telling you that since the offseason.
Yeah, you haven't, but I ain't giving up on him yet. Not yet.
Man, Rudy Gobert arguing with the fans is over with, bro.
All right, back to the list. Chill, it's on you. You have the Toronto Raptors.
The Toronto Raptors, their playing team.
Fluent, do you believe that?
Toronto Raptors are a playing team, but I will say this, and hot take, I think OG Anunoby makes the All-Star team this year.
That's not hot. Jason Tatum said that last night.
Oh. I didn't hear him say it, but I think OG makes the All-Star team this year.
And I told you he's making the all-defensive team and has a shot of being an All-Star. I said that first.
How good is OG Anunoby? Because speaking to Bobby, he's been telling me for the whole last year, he's been saying OG Anunoby this, OG Anunoby that. I'm like, man, get out my ear with that.
Yeah.
But after watching him, I'm like, OG actually is more than an athlete and a defender.
Yes, he is.
What do we think about OG?
Dig OG.
That's what happens when you're
Chill,
born in
go ahead,
London.
Chill.
That's what happens when you're born in London.
Is he English? I did not know he was English.
he
I'm
is.
sorry.
Yeah, he is.
I did not know he was
hear him
English.
talk. Sounds like Marz.
Yeah, I did not know he was English. But his
yeah,
offensive game, he was a defender coming out of college. He went to the University of Indiana. He was a defender coming out of college, like you said, and he was a DN3 guy. But his offense improved. That handle got tighter. That mid-range got tighter. His one-on-one game got better. He's an even better transition player. Yeah, man, I'm digging OG Anunoby. I think he's an all-star this season.
Bro, I don't know where that dude be finding all these players. He be finding all these old weird name players that coming out of nowhere that can play, man. I don't know. They do a good job with their Toronto and scouting their scouting department.
Masai does two good things at his team because it's not just him. Scouts and the 905. The Raptor 905 do a phenomenal job of developing players.
Yeah, they do.
Who's come through that system? Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Pascal Siakam was raw. OG was raw. And others. Koloko, who's now a starting center in this league as a rookie, all came through that system. They've got to they're one, but that's the thing. They have to do it that way.
Yeah.
Superstars still don't want to come to Toronto for whatever crazy reason, but they have to do it that way. And people forget they've always been a top tier team ever since Masai's been involved.
Yeah.
And
don't leave out also, Tone. Don't leave out where they got their coach from too.
Even Nick Nurse kind of came up through the ranks through that 905 system too.
Yes,
exactly. He bumped out Dwayne Casey and got Kawhi and won a chip.
Yes, sir.
Boucher, another one. There's tons of these stories.
They do a great job in developing this guy. But OG Anunoby, I think he's an all-star. He's been playing.
We going to the 905 on Wednesday night. My son's gonna be playing at halftime on the 905 court. So we're gonna have some fun with those guys.
Nice.
You coaching Fluent?
Yeah. I'm coaching.
Oh, okay.
I got tricked into coaching.
You gonna get a dub or an L?
We always win. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Next team, Marz, it is on you. We have the Dallas Mavericks. How interesting.
Play-in.
Play-in.
I had them in the play-in before the season.
Me too. I did.
I was called crazy, but now they don't look very good.
Yep, me too.
But play-in.
Yep. No issue with that.
Anybody else have an issue?
Nope, I don't.
The Mavs as a playing team stands. Web Slinger, appreciate the super chat. He said, "Is it time to put Kawhi and AD in an all-time injury-prone list? Where would you rank them among Arvydas Sabonis, Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, T-Mac, Yao, Brandon Roy, D Rose, Boogie Cousins at their peaks?" It's a lot of players.
Kawhi's number one.
Yeah.
Kawhi, without a doubt, is the number one weak knee chump that I ever seen before in the history of the game of basketball. He was the number one injury prone. I thought it was AD, bro. But when you really look at it, bro, somebody gave a stat the other day. I could not believe it. Kawhi Leonard has almost missed 40% of the games of his NBA career, bro.
Think about that for a second.
But hold on. See, I don't think Kawhi's as injury prone so much as he is. I don't think he wants to play. I
think it's because of his injuries, Tone. That's what the problem is.
Games off, even when he's healthy. I think it's like a hangnail. He's like, I'm out.
I think it's because of his injuries. I think it soured him to it. I think it soured him to it. And the fact that Leonard and AD, they did more than both Sabonis, Hardaway, Grant Hill, T-Mac.
Late.
Right.
Sabonis was an injury.
Came to the NBA really late, so I don't think he should even be in this list.
And he came in, I think he was like 32 when he showed up to the league, 31 when he showed up to the league. But
you know, in the history of the NBA, you know how many players over 32 won an MVP? In 70,
I think Malone won it. Over 32 years old, Malone won it. Jordan won it.
How old was Kareem in 80?
Jabbar was 32. So Malone won it. Jabbar won it over the age of 32.
No, over 32.
Over 32. Malone and Jordan won it. That's it.
That's the list. So to have a guy come in at 32 with bad feet,
right? That's asking a lot.
And it's too bad because the way he played in Europe before, he would have been something.
He was Joker. That's who he was.
Yeah.
Yo, Ticket. Don't ever call no list on here a weak knee chump list. Otherwise, Ticket, I will boot you out of here. Don't do that.
Bro, it's the truth, man. I don't mind, bro. Bro, Kawhi took the cake, man. He number one, bro.
Iman, speaking of Kawhi,
we did this one already.
Facts.
Yeah, we did this one already.
Shamar with the super chat, he said, we got to stop taking away credit from guys who use the rules to team up and win chips. We don't take any credit from guys who abuse the rules on offense.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sense
But,
of.
I mean, normally those guys don't win. I mean, James Harden ain't winning. The guy's still going home, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I mean,
Barkley. LeBron James, as far as that, LeBron, I've seen this dude. And listen, y'all, I'm a critic of LeBron. I've seen this dude not get a lot of calls. I've seen him flop, but I've seen him not like, and not even trying to manipulate the refs, going to the rack, getting hit, and not getting no calls. So I don't know what he's talking about. The only dude I see that manipulates is Trae Young and guys like James Harden. Them guys, they ain't winning nothing.
I think this is all crap. No one did anything outside of the rules, whether they're stacking teams, if the refs don't call it, that's shame on the refs, shame on the league.
Right.
So you do what you got to do to win, and that's it. And if you don't, you're not trying hard enough. I'm sorry.
Right.
If you're not cheating, you ain't competing.
How many times was Barkley on the box pounding the basketball? How many times was Malone on the box pounding the basketball?
5-second rule.
Right. They had to create the 5-second rules for them dudes. What are we talking about? No.
Nah.
Ticket, it's back on you. You have
Play
Denver
in.
Nuggets. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Ticket, you wild with Denver being a playing team, but I'm
all for keeping it real.
I know where you at, but you wild with that one. Keep it
Yeah, man. You're gonna see. Hey, you're gonna see. They're gonna be like a 7 seed playing.
Nah, I'm good.
Where they at right now?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Where they rank right now?
They're the 4th team in the West. They're 4th in the West.
How many spots between them and the 7th?
Well, you figure Golden State is 12 and they 3 games out of being in first place.
And the Lakers coming up.
Yeah. But we also got to remember too that it's December, and in December, Denver's going to get better. They're not going to keep playing. They're not going to keep playing the way that they're playing. Jamal Murray is going to get better.
Denver's 4th.
They got
2 games out of 10th.
They got a dude named Doodoo Brown and another dude named Bones. Come on, man. They done.
No, but I don't think you're giving enough credit to Bones, man.
They got a dude named Doodoo Brown, and they got another dude named Bones, man.
Yeah, Bones Haywood, something like that. And Bones can play, yo.
I like Bones, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I took Denver more serious that those years they was in the bubble when they had those other role players that they traded over to the Wizards, man. Monte Morris and those guys, man. I thought they were better.
They made that trade. That didn't seem like a smart trade to me. I didn't like that.
But they got almost the same. They got almost the same type of players. So because they got KCP, who was a role player with the Lakers. Excuse me. They got KCP, who was a role player with the Lakers. They got him on the crew, right? They got Bones.
Name is Will Barton and the boys.
They got Bones Highland. Sure, he does because KCP is a long ball shooter and Joker stretches the defense in the
bro. That Denver Nugget team was a legit championship contender when they played the Lakers in the bubble. They know where they're not near that now, bro.
All right, we're gonna see. We definitely gonna see, Ticket. I'm disagreeing with you on that one.
Fluent. You have the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah. That's my squad right there. Larry O.B.
Tone, you think they can win it?
Yes, sir.
What gives you the idea that they can win it?
Because there's, like you said, what team in the West do I think is running away with it? And the answer is no one. So if it's no one, I'm going to take the team that I think is one of the deepest, most talented teams there.
Yeah.
They can go on a run, I think. They got the defense. They got the offense. This team healthy. They deep, man. I like them a lot.
I think it's contingent on Ja staying healthy too.
If
Ja can stay healthy, because Ja has shown that he could break down and he can miss a month. Even though they've won without Ja, they're still a better team with Ja.
Right, exactly.
They're still a better team with Ja. So,
yo, no lie. When it comes to the Grizzlies, I remember last year when they first started being good, I was like, all right, whatever. I don't believe in it. They're just having a run, kind of like the Lakers are doing right now. I'm like, I don't believe in it. And then I just keep watching them, and I keep seeing the way that they play against not just the worst teams in the league, but good teams. They were trashing the Warriors. They were beating other good teams. And then I see them playing the playoffs, and I'm like, okay, they got a little bit of hope. Come back around this year, and I see it again, and I'm like, this isn't just a fluke. These dudes
But
are
they're a lot better. They're a lot better defensively too, and that's contingent on Jaren Jackson being healthy. He's the anchor on their defense.
D. Marshall with the super chat. He said, why don't you guys tell the truth on why LeBron went back to Cleveland? He only went back because of Kyrie, and he's seen an opportunity to have a super team. He didn't do it because of Cleveland. Questioning LeBron's character and morals.
Okay.
I don't think that's crazy. That he saw like they had 3 first overall picks in 5 years. But I think it's what he saw was an opportunity to have a good team and bring a championship to Cleveland. I don't think it's two separate things. I think it's both. I think it's both things. Like if Cleveland stunk and they had no shot and no first round picks and whatever, I don't think he goes back. I think it's both. I think
y'all made me defend LeBron, man.
I think it's both.
He definitely went back for the fans. LeBron felt the way. Trust me, he was hurt inside when he won those chips with Miami because he really wanted to win it with the Cavs. It was unfortunate situations that drove him away, and I don't think he should have left, but he did. And I think that even though he won those chips in Miami, I think it felt bad because I think he felt the pain of all the people in Ohio and that whole surrounding area. And I think that when he saw Kyrie coming up, he says, okay, well, we can go back and get it done now. You know what I'm saying? I can go back. We got to get a couple pieces over here. We can get it done. And I do think that LeBron James went back in good faith because what happened with him and Dan Gilbert, I don't think that if it wasn't for the fans, I don't think LeBron James would have went back.
It was for the fans. It wasn't for Dan Gilbert. I agree.
No. So when he says he didn't go back, he definitely went back.
If there was no Kyrie, if there was no draft capital, if that team was garbage, is he going back?
I don't think he ever wanted to.
No. But he wanted to go back in a situation where he deliver the goods for them. That situation
because you give him a hard time for leaving all the time. I do not. Does Cleveland win a chip if he stays?
No, I give him a hard time for leaving.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Because I believe. Listen, I believe both. Hold on, but Fluent. I believe if he's as great as Fluent says he is, the greatest I've ever seen. If he's that great, right? Hold on. If he's that great, he figures it out. He gets over the hump. He wins a chip, and then guess what? Everything after that comes because once you're winning at the level he was at, guys are going to want to come play with you if you can get it done.
That's not true.
Guys are going to want to.
That's not true. Hold
on. I'm going to debunk that. Hold on.
In Cleveland at that time, though, he didn't have the ability to make that decision and to bring in who he wanted to. So you can't just say he would have found a way to get it done because he was.
Well, he did. Hold on. He did. Hold on. That's a lie. Hold on. That's a lie. He did, and he didn't want to commit. Paul George was willing to go to the Cavs and play with LeBron James in his prime, and LeBron said, "I'm not committing to a long-term deal." That's facts.
I think that was in like 2015, something like that. Yeah.
No. That's when LeBron James and them came off. It was trying to reload the team, and Paul George had Paul. Look at it. Hold on, time out. You can Google this.
I already know what it is.
Paul George would agree to go over there if LeBron James would have committed long term,
and he said
LeBron did not want to commit long term.
Right. He did.
Right. So guys didn't want to be there. Guys didn't want to be there if he wasn't going to be there. Listen, chill down. You guys all misunderstand me about LeBron. I think he's a great player forever and ever and ever and ever. My whole thing is Giannis, those guys like him, Mike, that are driven a different way, to have something inside of you, bro. Bro, you don't do what he did. If you a real king, you sit on your throne as a king. Right. You take lunch. Listen. We're all saying Fluent. You know Fluent. You are a Giannis Antetokounmpo Fluent. You a Giannis Antetokounmpo fan. You know this. How much smoke was Giannis getting from everybody in the media who said this dude who said he wasn't that dude after he got beat by Kawhi? They came back, got beat by Miami. They were smoking him. They said he needed to go be a sidekick somewhere else. Giannis said, I'm going to stay right here with my own team, build it in my own house, and go in and hold on. Watch this. Let's be honest, if Middleton doesn't get hurt, maybe Giannis has 2 rings right now because I think they beat the Warriors last year.
Sure.
And hold on. Watch this. That's a small market too. Hold on. That's a small. Hold on. Fluent.
And let me go back a second.
Fluent. Here's the ether to you. That's a small market team, Fluent. That's a small market team.
Now you're more fluent.
Fluent. Why could LeBron James do the same thing in small market? That's a small market team with Giannis.
He could have done the same thing.
He's not the GM.
What are you talking, bro? You act like you. Hold on. You act like someone that got to do world beaters.
Cast Milwaukee around Giannis or the Cavs around LeBron the first time around.
Bro, the Cavs won 66 games.
That was because of James. That was because of James.
It wasn't
That was
because of James. Knock it off, Ticket. That was because of James.
I didn't ask
you for making me hot on your ass now, man. You a damn lie. You done all them lies, man. Hold on. If that was about LeBron, why he didn't win 66 something games before then? Why he didn't do it before then? If that was all about LeBron, why he didn't win 66 games?
Before then, so let me make sure I'm understanding this. The year before,
I'm saying before he won the 60-something games, if it was all because LeBron, they won 66 games, not because they changed the roster and brought in good veterans like Antoine Jameson and all the dudes who helped him win 66 games, right? Because you run with that lie all the time.
Okay,
why didn't he win 66 before then?
Team, Ticket. That's not the same team. Okay, the team that Anton Jameson and Shaq was on, they won 61 games. The team before the team before that, they won 66 games with James and Mo Williams. Not only Mo Williams and Delonte West and Zadrunas Ilgauskas and Vanderjagt, right? So then he goes to Miami. He's a different player. He knows how to win as opposed to just putting it all on himself when he's in Cleveland.
Okay, so chill town. Let me ask you a question. Why didn't Giannis and Mike have to do that? Why didn't they have to learn how to win?
The reason why in Milwaukee, because they built that unit around Giannis. So if you look at that's not true. That's not true. So Giannis and Middleton have been together for almost 10 years. That's number one. And then when they switch out Bledsoe for Drew Holiday, who is clearly a better player than him, he's the difference in what they're doing. Cleveland did nothing like that for James. Nothing even close. Cleveland didn't do anything like that for James. That's not my opinion. It's a fact. They didn't bring in any kind of caliber player like Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday at that particular time was considered the best wing defender in the game. He was also 17 a game.
LeBron has to live by the same rules as Steph Curry. If you're winning all them games in the regular season, like Michael Jeffrey Jordan say, it don't mean nothing if you ain't holding up the trophy at the end. They won 66 games. No excuses. Go get it done. Because you know why? Guess what, Chill? When Kobe Bryant won 60 games, you know what he did? He went to the NBA Finals and closed the deal, sucker.
Why are you leaving out in the Eastern Conference Championship when they played against Orlando? He went almost 40, 10, and 10 in that series. How much more do you want him to do?
No, win.
So almost 40, 10, and 10 clearly wasn't enough. So if he goes 50, 10, and 10, does that get it done against an Orlando team that's clearly better than them?
Hey, yo, chill. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't got LeBron as my goal. But if LeBron went 50, 10, and 10, I don't want to hear about nobody else touching the basketball ever again in my life. Look, LeBron is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the list goes on.
Bro, just keep it real, bro. Listen, man. If you're that dude, you're not gonna tell me that LeBron James couldn't do what Giannis Antetokounmpo did. That's bullshit.
He was trying to do that, Ticket, but I'm sorry. As you were saying, Ron,
come on. Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Chill. Ironically, the list is on you. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves. We got the second half of the teams to get into. Let's run through these.
I'm not out yet. I'm still going with Minnesota as a playoff threat. I'm not out yet. Yet. Nope. I'm still in.
And by the way, we're going to finish this list.
Yep.
And then we got to come back around, and I'm gonna give you guys one correction. So after this list is done, you guys can take one team and readjust them.
Okay.
I don't want to stick on this LeBron. Just one quick question for Chill, because you bring up he went 39, 8-8, whatever the heck he went. What did he go? 38. What did he do?
Yeah, I think he went 30. I think he went 38, 8, and 38, 8, and 9, something like that.
Why do you always bring up those numbers? But you don't say he shot under 49%. He shot under.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
Over 4 turnovers per game. He shot under 75% from the field. Those numbers are important too.
Absolutely, they are. So if we're gonna talk about it, Tone, we're gonna talk about it in its entirety. So we're doing that. There's a reason why. There's a reason why.
Tone, you my boy, Tone.
There's a reason why There's a reason why he was doing that, because that Orlando team was better. They had the best defensive player in the game in Dwight Howard. They had a better team. They had better shooters. Not only did they have better shooters.
God dang on lie, man.
Come on, Lord. They had
LeBron
They had
hold
Rashad
on,
Lewis.
come on.
They had,
You said all that. Hold on. You said all that, and LeBron was picked to win the series in 6 games.
LeBron was not picked to win that series.
Cleveland was the favorite. Cleveland was the favorite
to win that series in 6 games. Look it up.
If he didn't hit that, to be honest with you, if he didn't hit that buzzer beater in game 2, Orlando would have swept them. They don't win 1 game in that series. We're not coming back.
They weren't even close.
We're not coming back. If he don't hit that buzzer beater, we're not coming back to Cleveland. That series is over. I think it's done.
Which lets you know about your king. Period.
That Orlando team was a better team, though.
That's a lie, bro.
All right, so hey, we gotta move on, y'all.
Go ahead, Ron. Hey, Ron, make sure you put this on the feature that I cook this like this, Ron.
Who's the better team? Well, the team that won more games. Well, well, no, hold on. Who's the better team? The team that won more games, or which one is it? Make a pick, because it's like,
hey. Not only were Cavs picked to win that series, the Cavs were picked to go to the finals. Fluent. The Cavs were picked to win the chip that year. Fluent, you know this.
They should have gone to the final. Absolutely.
Damn right. Kobe was waiting on them 2 years in a row. What happened, sucker? 3 years in a row, Kobe was waiting on you in your prime. Where you was at?
09, 10, and 11.
Yep.
Hurt LeBron.
Hey, Kobe and LeBron dogs.
12, 13, and the rest helped it.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Because to Chill's point, Chill brings up all the time, and I agree with this. He learned from that, and he got better. But we still got to say all the negatives, not just the positives.
Absolutely. It's not a one-sided story. We got to bring up the fact that he wasn't shooting great. I think he was shooting like 47% for the series. Something like that.
Yeah.
Marz, what's good? You alive? I like your sweatshirt.
What time is it, Marz?
That's a great sweatshirt, Marz.
12:30. It's 12:30.
12:30. I think that means 12:30.
Yes.
A.M. Oh, geez. I'd be sleeping. I feel you.
Half past 12. That's what we say in America, Marz. 12:30. But I like 12:30. It's a little more abbreviated. Iman tapped in, and Marz, I need you to answer this. He said Fran VanVleet said the Raptors would repeat/3-peat if Kawhi stays. Do you agree or disagree?
I think they're in the finals minimum. If Leonard is on that team, I think they're in the finals in 1920 minimum. With that crew,
I think they make the finals in 2020. I mean, Kawhi got hurt in 2021, so they don't three-peat. But I think they lose to the Lakers in 2020, and I don't think they win in 2021.
Got you. Okay. Dub tapped in. He said the future is now, old men. We talked about that.
Goofball.
Trent McGahee repeated on that. He said, Marz, talk your shit. These old heads, the ops. Shout out Trent McGahee. Hit 44 said Ticket brings the dog out of Marz. What a duo. Yeah, Marz, that was when you went on your little tangent.
Yeah,
didn't know you had that in you, Marz. We need to see that a little more often.
Remember what I told you, Marz. You ain't got to take that from him. Remember what I told you, Marz.
Stop being an instigator.
Remember what I told you, Marz.
SSJ
Gay. Young guys in the chat. Instigator means someone who edges someone on to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know y'all ain't that bright. Yeah, go ahead.
He said the future is now, old man. I guess this is really a trend right now. Doug tapped it again. He said, I said old fucks. Wow. Z-Dub said, Rana L host for not reading off these chats, which I think that's what I'm doing right now.
That's what he's doing right now.
I like the end of this.
Yeah, he said Fluent first, then JD, then Shaq, then
I'm gonna
Ron.
watch it, Fluent and chill. I am a W host. That is true.
Yeah. I think you got
you over Shaq, Ron. I got you over Shaq.
The first letter on your name, I think it should be L-Dub. L-Dub, I will never be reading off your chats again. Thank you for tapping in. Let's get back to this list. Who are we on right now? We're on you, Marz?
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama.
Absolutely.
That's an easy one.
Easy, no doubt.
The Spurs are on what, like a 9-game losing streak right now?
Garbage.
It's bad.
Garbage.
It's 11. It's 11, bro.
It's crazy how Pop came out and fooled everybody, made them think like, oh, no, we're not tanking, and then goes on an 11-game losing streak. SSJ Gabe said, let's do the panel versus the people. Whoa.
We will destroy you. Please don't. We will destroy you.
You're like
blood. Do not come in. Do not. We will destroy you.
It won't be pretty either.
It won't
the BMG show said Kobe stay getting overrated, bro. Wow. Love him, but geez.
No.
Overrated. Come on, bro, man. High world championship.
Warnock 56 said, "Tell Ticket join Discord. He funny as hell."
No way in hell with all them trolls.
How the hell y'all keep track? That Discord just I tried, man. The chat's way too fast. I can't read that quick.
Iman said, "If Ticket watched Wilt play today, he'd say Wilt's the GOAT."
I already cooked Marz on Wilt. Go check the debate.
Trim McGay, he said, "Dub, talk your shit. The old head, the ops part 2."
Wow, Trent really wants to get that airtime on Gridiron.
Why everyone hate old people? What'd you guys do?
Why? Yeah.
First of all, let's get to the bottom of something real quick. Number one, I'm not old. I'm just not as young as I used to be. So let's get to the bottom of that right there. I can still do a lot of stuff that I used to be able to do.
Pretty old.
I ain't old nothing.
Mm-hmm. What's the view on Scottie Pippen? What's the view on Scottie without Jordan?
Nothing. Just a dude who ran around with a freak named Larson.
The funny thing is,
it's the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Ran around with Gucci with what's his name, and Gucci flip flops and Michael Jordan's son.
All right. For sure, Ticket.
Like if we're being real though, Pippen without Jordan might be what he was, might be nothing. Because if he doesn't push him to toughen up,
nothing.
He put the battery in Jay back. Jay put the battery in his back. Jay definitely put the battery in his back.
Yeah.
He's a bust without Mike, man.
Jay definitely put the battery in his back. No doubt about that.
All right, it is on you, Ticket. You have the Utah Jazz.
Playoff.
Play in?
Nah, playoff.
So they're top 6 seed.
Playoff threat?
The Jazz are better than the Denver Nuggets.
I think they make the 6th seed. I think they make the 6th seed.
Okay.
Wow. This ain't the 98 Jazz.
Nah, I'm talking about this. No. I'm saying I think this team is good enough to make the 6th seed.
Wow. Okay.
Where they at right now? What are they like? 4th, 5th?
8.
Jazz, no, they're 9th. They're
8th and dropping like a stone.
Yeah, I think what are they, 8th?
They'll jump up. They're probably about 2 games out of 6. They'll jump up.
Just so you know, Ticket, they lost 8 of their last 10. I just want to put that on your mind.
Hey, the Lakers lost 8 of their first 10.
Yeah.
Utah's sinking fast, like Dub's reputation.
The BMG show said, "Why would the Lakers want Pau?" Then, with all that said,
I mean, Pau wasn't the first choice.
Yeah, no, Pau was not the first choice, but he was a choice that they made. KG was the first choice.
Yeah, that would have been nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, the kid, said, "Chill sounded like a clown talking all that Nash over Iverson. I can argue KD got the same career as Iverson without the Warriors and did more with less."
Okay, first of all, I'd never said that Nash was over Iverson. That's number one. Number two, KD got the same career as Iverson without the Warriors and did more with less. Okay.
KD with less? When has KD had less?
KD.
I think he's saying AI did more with less.
Okay.
He did. I mean, they went to the finals, both won a game, both won an MVP, both made multiple All-Star teams, both won a scoring title.
Yep. And with that all being said, I mean, KD did take the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Western Conference Championship 3 times in 5 years. No doubt about that. He was up.
He had Russ. Hold on.
Yep.
He had Russ.
He had a better team. No doubt about that. He definitely had a better team. Yeah, he had a better team. No doubt about that. But
I had Eric Snow in come on.
And Carmelo Anthony, but whatever.
That's true. They ran to the Spurs.
We got the Clippers. Fluent.
Lottery.
Fluent got the strippers.
Ooh.
Paper clips in the lottery. They
I
stink.
don't think they're a lottery team.
Jesus Christ.
Clippers in the lottery. It is.
All right.
Ain't no way the Clippers are worse than the Jazz.
CJ 2008 Northwest. The only time we talk about Pau Gasol is to diminish Kobe. Weak argument every time. It's About Time said, I'm from North Philly. I watch Rasheed destroy people on the court in the city. So, yes, I'm with you, Ticket. Sheed is definitely better than AD.
They just don't know.
All right. Chill. It's back on you.
Oh, boy.
Phoenix is
overrated. Here we go.
They're a playoff threat.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
You thought he was going to go championship? Larry O'Brien?
I don't think they're good enough to win it.
All right.
That Essential Barber said the biggest disappointment in LA is the Clippers this year. Ironically,
this year, every year. Send them paper clips back to San Diego.
Drink More Water said to continue the biggest disappointment episode, the lack of progression from the 2021 class is up there. From Mobley to Barnes to Kuminga, etc. Only Green and Wagner have improved from last year.
I understand the whole Mobley logic, though. I do.
I don't think Barnes is disappointing.
I don't think he's disappointing either. Barnes has gotten better. He hasn't gotten significantly better, but he's gotten better. And Mobley's basically the same guy, but we got to take into consideration what's going on. Mobley lost his father over the summer too. Don't leave that out.
Yeah, that's big right there.
I think Jalen Suggs has improved.
Yeah,
and Josh Giddey.
Yes.
So
we don't talk about Josh Giddey. Don't get me started about Josh Giddey.
He's nice. He's nice.
Marz, it is on you with the Portland Trailblazers.
Playing.
No, put it down. Okay.
4, 6, 7. That's a lot of playing teams. We only have 4 playing teams.
Yeah, well,
there's 3 in the West in there already. I've been keeping track.
Another thing, we have to balance some things out as well. So it can only be 6 teams in each category. So we will go ahead and adjust everything.
Then we good.
Yeah, we good.
All right, Ticket, you got the Sacramento Kings. What
playoffs? Bullethead Mike Brown got him rolling. Playoffs.
No, he's a terrible coach. He can't win.
No, they doing it. They
Mike
definitely
Brown,
doing it.
Mike Brown putting on that LeBron James. Oh, he ain't had no coach stuff. The rest, Bullethead doing his job.
Yeah, he coaching his ass off up there. I can't fight that.
When history looks back at Mike Brown, Ty Lue, Eric Spoelstra, they ain't gonna be saying he had no good coaches.
Whew. This man had legendary coaches.
Bullethead's fire. What is your top 6 shooters, and where's Kyle Korver at, or is he in any of your list?
Nope. Don't crack it.
Steph, Reggie, Ray, Clay. That's 4.
Bird.
Yeah, Bird's above Korver.
He ain't top 6. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got Kyle Korver 4th?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I mean, at best, he could be 6, I guess.
That's what I was thinking.
Nah,
6.
he ain't nowhere near my top 6. He ain't nowhere near my top 6. Listen,
name 6 better. Go ahead.
Stojakovic,
yep.
Reggie,
yep.
Ray, Steph,
Curry,
Clay. And you could throw in there
Bird.
Just for shits and giggles.
Put your man James in there.
No, I ain't gonna put titties over titles in there.
Bird.
Just for shits and giggles. Nah. I want to go with somebody you ain't gonna think.
Ticket, that's your second violation, bro. Don't call James Harden titties, because then I might have to. I'm really gonna kick you off the show, and then the people gonna be mad at me because you in your bag right now. You draw.
Y'all giving Nash no love.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Steve
Nash.
I could say, hold on. I could say, look, listen. I could go this route right here. I could say somebody like Steve Kerr.
Not just Steve Kerr. Ticket. Answer this question for me. Was he better than Dale Ellis? Was he a better shooter than Dale Ellis?
It depends. Steve Kerr was like, what was Steve Kerr for his career?
Not Steve Kerr. Kyle Korver. I'm talking about Kyle Korver. Was he a better shooter than Dale Ellis?
No.
All right. How about Craig Hodges?
But Craig Hodges didn't get to do it enough.
That's the problem. I didn't get a big sample. I didn't get a big enough sample. He's right. Fluent's right. Not a big enough sample.
He didn't get a chance to shoot enough. But let me just
won the 3-point contest, but we
twice.
Yeah.
They're not top 5, but I do want to give a shout out to Drazen Petrovic and Mahmoud Abdul.
Tim Legler. I would say Tim Legler.
Would you say? Wait. Fluent. Who was the second one?
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Chris Jackson.
Yes, sir.
No, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Research.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just Same dude.
You call Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay?
No. I don't. Yes, I do.
You better put some damn respect on Mahmoud.
Hey,
do, but I say that so people know, like beforehand, who they were beforehand.
I got to give Tim Legler some in there too. I got him over Kyle Korver.
Tim Legler over Kyle Korver?
Mm-hmm.
Legs
knock that thing down, man. Legs knock that thing down, bro.
All right, who we on with the New York Knicks? We on you, right? Ticket?
Yeah. Put the
James Dolan. Call me, James.
the lottery.
No.
Man.
No. Ticket. You just said the Kings, right?
Yep, he did just say the Kings.
Okay, my bad.
It's on me? Oh, okay. The Knicks are in the lottery where I will be making their selection if James Dolan hits me back.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fix the Knicks, baby. The league is better when the mecca of basketball is a good team.
Isaac Ford said, what would Ray Allen's total three-pointers be made if you adjusted his 3 points per game by the average three-point bell curve in today's game? I'd love to see the math. We did talk about that. Ray Allen would be going crazy.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Ray played 1,300 games versus Steph's 849. Z-Dub said, no one wins chips in Mike D'Antoni offense, and that's true.
Nope.
Ahmad Sharhan said, how are the Nuggets playing?
Easy. Wait till after the season. You'll see.
All right. Back to this.
Games. They're only two. I don't think that's true, but they're only 2 games out of the play-in. It's not like they're way out.
The West is very tight right now.
Yeah.
Chill, you have the Pelicans. What are you doing with this?
I had them as a playing team before the season started, and I'm sticking to that.
Whoa.
What? Yo, Chill, cut that shit out, man.
Yep. I think they're a playing team.
The number 2 seed?
Yep.
Wow.
I think they're a playing team.
Chill, you want
to the number 5? You didn't know in the playing tier.
Can you put back?
Bro, this man went on ESPN talking about, yeah, man, I think Herb Jones can be the defensive player of the year. Now you got on the man, come on, man.
Now remember who we talking about now. Remember who we talking about. And
y'all put that back on. Hey, Herb Jones. You hear how quick this man flipped on you, Herb?
No, he did not flip. I said this from the beginning that I thought that they were a playing team. I felt like that. I said Herb Jones, I think he a starter on a championship team. That's number 1. Number 2, when I think about New Orleans, we already talked about this. I think they're a league guard away from really challenging in the Western Conference. When we get into the dog days of the NBA, January and February, I want to revisit this. But I think that they're a playing team right now.
All right. That's that. We'll definitely revisit it. The BMG show said, I think Shaq and Kobe should be viewed correctly as 1A and 1B instead of one carrying the other, because that also overrates them both.
Anybody who says that Shaq carried Kobe or Kobe carried Shaq, I don't talk to them. I have anything that they say to me go on one ear and out the other, because there's no way. There's no way that Shaq carried. I'm not talking because Kobe did not carry Shaq, and Shaq did not carry Kobe. When you got a dude on the team that's averaging 35 a game and another dude on the team that's averaging 33 a game, we ain't carrying each other. We rolling.
Hey, Fluent, I peeped your boy out. You know why he said that, Ron?
Why
he said this because AD out here killing right now. He don't want nobody to say AD carrying LeBron. Boy, you easy to beat, Phil.
You mean the same AD that right now the Lakers, we halfway through the first quarter, we almost at the end of the first quarter, they got 9 points. I just want to put that out there. They got 9 points, almost 9 points, and it's only 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and they got 9 points.
Hey, it's because they got some old people on that team, and it takes time to get that engine going. When you're older, it takes a little time to warm up.
I suppose.
Leaf Diggy said, my man Ron, good to see you again. I got the Pelicans coming out the West. I don't care what the Lakers do. Don't at me. See you on PC soon. Wow. All right, next up, Marz, you have
Victor Wembanyama.
Garbage.
I'm just putting all the teams at Victor Wembanyama.
Garbage.
Yeah, I see you taking care of that whole category, Marz.
Garbage.
Jeremiah Smith said, if LeBron stayed in Cleveland and never left, how many ships do you think he'd have? If LeBron was in year 20 today with 1 or 2, is he still top 3? Who wants to take that question?
No.
He probably doesn't win.
I think we all agree. Probably doesn't win, and if he doesn't win,
I think LeBron gets one.
No,
I think he gets one. I think
he gets one or two, but
in Cleveland.
I think he was there. I think he was there. He was knocking at the door because the Celtics got worse. The Celtics got worse. The Celtics fell off. Orlando fell off. If LeBron stays there, the East got weaker. He gets to the finals again. He can beat the Dallas Mavericks in the finals.
In 20 years, he gets one or two. In 20
Yeah,
years,
he probably does. He probably can win.
Fall into a mistake. Like what'll happen? Like they'll fall into a draft pick or a trade. They get one or two. They get one or two, but he's not in top 3 conversation. Then people they're not talking about him the same. That's true.
Yo, chill. Leaf Diggy, I think he sent this super chat just because of you. He said, "That's it. Me and Old Head chill. You lost your damn mind. The Pelicans are in the finals. Scream at me." Hey, the thing about it is, I think Dub has tricked the whole new younger generation into really wanting smoke with both of you guys. You too, Ticket.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you force them down everyone's throat every night and no one wants to hear them.
Actually,
You break.
they don't want that smoke like Chill said, man. It keep real.
Apparently, AD got hurt. I'm just
I just went to the locker room.
No way. No way.
Mars, don't do that, Mars.
He is. I'm looking at him right now. He did.
Mars, don't do that, Mars. Mars, do that, bro.
I'm looking at the screen right now. He went to the locker room. Yes, he did.
Oh, Terry Cloth. That means he's very soft, man. Elder, I told you to trade that fool, Elder. Y'all didn't want to listen.
Telling me not to trade him now.
I told you Fluent called it tonight.
Hopefully they ain't something.
Hey, yo, chat. When I said trade AD, you know what that made you?
Now you're more fluent.
You're damn right.
All right, man. We got the Miami.
Damn, did y'all get the breaking news right now? Hey, did y'all get the other breaking news?
What's that? Talk to us, Fluent.
Nia Long just broke up with Ime Ustrokcha.
I didn't know they were still together.
I didn't either. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they was, man.
I didn't know they were still together. I thought they was over.
I just seen the update right now.
I'm good. I'm straight.
Ticket, it's on you now. Update us with the Miami Heat. What will they be?
I gotta say playoff, but I wanted to put play in, but we ain't got no more spots, so playoff.
Oh, we have 8 play. We should have 8 play-in because there's 4 in each conference.
Yeah, there's 4 Eastern Conference teams there already.
Oh, we got 4.
I can put them in play-in. Oh, okay, put them in play-in. Put them in play-in.
No, he's right. He's right. There's 8. There's 8. There is 8 there. He's right.
Okay,
he's right.
okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
I can't count.
It's Mr. GQ to you. He said, who had the greatest individual playoff run? LeBron in 2016?
No.
I
don't know who, but it's not LeBron in 2016.
2018 LeBron was better than 2016 LeBron.
I agree with that.
That's that. Leaf Diggy said Utah is in the conference finals and they get in the first pick in the draft. You heard it here first.
Huh?
Hey, Diggy, stop, man. Stop playing, yo.
Yo, AD got hurt, bro. Keep it real, man.
Yeah, he did.
He
went
did.
to the locker room. Ticket, we ain't
I don't know
playing
how
with you.
serious it is, but
It's probably nothing. We don't know, but he just went to the locker room. We're about to find out.
or maybe he's not hurt and they just finalized the trade, so they're sending him back.
All right, fellas, let's go ahead and finish this list. We got the Chicago Bulls.
They're a lottery team.
Was it your turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just
because Ticket just won. So I'm sorry, Tony. It's your turn. I'm sorry.
It's just my turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tony. It's your turn.
I'll agree with you.
I'm sorry. I thought it was my go. I apologize.
I'll agree with you. There are a lot
I'm
of
about to get Victor Wembanyama again. Oh my god. Okay.
Marz, you think Brooklyn is? You think Brooklyn?
No, you got Brooklyn. I got OKC.
We gotta switch up the order. We should have done a snake.
Chill, it's on you. You got Brooklyn.
I think Brooklyn is a play-in team.
All right, Marz.
Yeah, well, we'll adjust it at the end.
No,
right?
we absolutely will readjust.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, Oklahoma City is garbage.
Yep. Ticket got Golden State.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Ticket.
Lottery.
Lottery. Come on.
Come on, man. What we doing, Vic? Ticket, what we doing, y'all?
They got $100 million man on their team, and this team can't win on the road. I mean, bro, listen. If they can't win on the road, by the time this season is over with, they're not going to be in the play-in. Right or wrong?
Oh my God. I'm good, yo. I'm straight.
All right. Last but not least, Fluent, you got the Orlando Magic.
Don't do it, Tone. I don't even know where. I don't even know.
We know where there's Victor, dude.
Who are they, Tone?
Get down.
I'm trying to figure out where you want me to put them.
I told you they're in the Victor sweepstakes.
All right,
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. So look, check this out. Everybody has one readjustment, and then we have to put 6 teams in each category. So let's go ahead and just run through this. Chill. Where is if it's a team up here? Where are you readjusting them?
One team.
Yes.
The Clippers.
And where are you putting them?
In the
they can only
playoff.
go one tier up or one tier below.
In the play-in, the Clippers.
Clippers up 1. Okay.
Yep.
They can't go in the play. We got too many teams.
So you're telling me I can only move Golden State to the play-in?
Yeah, but we have to balance out each category because it's only 6 teams that can go one way.
Right.
Or in each category.
I'm gonna move Denver to playoff threat.
Ticket.
He don't want to move nobody. He left.
I mean,
He's still here. Ticket, you still here?
No, I think Ticket bounced.
No, ticket.
No, there you
I'm
go.
right here. I'm right here. I was waiting on let me up. Hey, move the strippers to the lottery.
all right. Yo, Fluent.
Move the Raptors to the to playoff threat. Playoff threat.
Got you. All right, so check this out. Now we only have 4 teams in the Larry O'Brien Trophy. We have to get 2 more teams up there. Chill. You and Marz will get to choose the next 2 teams that go up.
Why do we have to? There's only 4. Why do we have to put 6 up there?
Well, we have to balance out the list.
All
Gotta
right.
So a team that could possibly win it again. Let's see here. A team that I think could win it. Denver.
Denver,
Does it have to be from the
Denver.
playoff threat category?
Yes. Sorry, Marz.
Let him put the Warriors up there, man.
Philly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, from the playoff threat ticket, you get a chance to move 1 team down.
Well, I'm getting the T-Wolves the hell up out of here. Put them in the lottery.
I thought you could move them 1 down. You can only
they only get to go 1
there
down.
you go, and that balances it out. There's your 4 East and Western playing teams.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It is.
That makes sense.
We got to move 2 playing teams down.
So y'all didn't move them to the lottery?
We got to move 2 playing teams down.
Oh, we have to move 2 playing teams down?
Yeah. All right. Ticket said move the Timberwolves down here. Now, Fluent, you get 1 team.
And bump the Warriors up. Bump the Warriors up. They're better than that, but sure, bump them in. Since I can only bump them up 1, put them up into the play-in. They're going to get it right in the second half of the season. Y'all sleeping on the Warriors, yo.
That's a good
And when
block.
you don't, I want you to come in here and I want you to denounce Draymond Green. I want you to do 500 hours of community service. I want you to pay a $500,000 fine, and I want you to meet with me because you need to meet with some real basketball leaders to talk to y'all about y'all's knowledge or lack of thereof on Draymond Green.
Oh, the Warriors are a playing team, man. Come on.
All right, y'all. You know the drill. We will see you same time next week.
Adios.
Take it light, but take it.
Sayonara.
Hey, Marz,
You're more fluent.
before we go, Marz, real quick, I wanted to ask you because the World Cup going on. The 5 best strikers in the world today.
Damn.
That's a big question.
Harry Kane, Robert Lewandowski, Kareem Benzema, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland.
Nice.
Hey, Marz.
How about who's winning the World Cup? Who you got?
Brazil.
Marz, why did they bench Ronaldo?
Because he's not that good.
That's wild.
So you bench a legend?
He's not that good anymore.
Yeah, he's not that good anymore.
Wow.
So
yeah.
And the guy that replaced him scored a hat trick today. So
Marz, you think we'll be up? Marz, we be up on our game, though. We be watching your footy.
Yeah, I don't think we don't know what time it is. We do our homework around here,
Marz. One thing before you go up the air. The next foot you're gonna see is this size 16 at the crack of your ass. You keep talking shit, boy, under your